Sure.
Welcome back, fellas. It's been a second. I don't know where to even begin. New group, sort of. A new old group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously things are a lot different. We lost half of the group.
That's right.
But
True.
yeah,
Things are different.
they're still here in spirit.
Yeah, they'll be remembered.
They're
Who are they again?
all of them. Who cares? Honestly. Anyway, so essentially, just after being gone for so long, and because of the size of the party and just a ton of stuff, I mean, we all thought it'd be better to just split the group. So now we are half and half. You guys are currently, like, temporarily known as just CDMP. I wonder where I got that from. Until you guys choose your new Vanguard designation. But essentially, what happened in game leading up to this is you guys had everything that happened. You guys had that conversation with what's it called, Koros, and then, but right after, when you guys were waking up after resting, Bramgrim had received a message from the the Vanguard, like, proper, who was going to inform you guys about an order from Arik Vaminor, the leader of the Vanguard, pretty much instructing you guys to return back to base, and that you'd be given further instructions upon arriving. And so, you guys sort of sat around, not really sure what to do. Koros continued to talk to you, Abalaba, and we'll get to that in a sec. But you guys conversed, and after nothing but a few hours, an envoy from the Vanguard appeared in the forest, seemingly having teleported, and then through use of teleportation circle, teleported all of you back to the Vanguard HQ, and further explained that essentially the issue with the Lords of Dust was getting a little too big, and that as your group seemed to also get a little too big, Arik thought it might be a little more beneficial for the group to split up and start charging after the Lords of Dust issue from two sides. It'd been getting a little bit too big for just you guys to be the only one group to be the only, like, set of people working on this. So they essentially told you you'll still be paid in full for the Eldeen Reach's job, and that other Vanguard groups would be sent in to finish up what you guys had started, but that right now the more pressing issue is that of the Lords of Dust, and seemingly their campaign to bring back their overlords. And so, before we actually get back into the game itself, just a few, like, housekeeping things. I'm gonna go on everyone's sheets right now. So I probably should have done this a little earlier, but no matter.
It's alright.
We're having a few changes. So we discussed earlier how how we'd be doing a few new rules. So we are switching over to action points, like we've discussed before. So essentially, you're gonna have 4 action points on your turn, and then anything that used to cost an action is now 1 action point, and then 2 action points, and then anything that was a bonus action is 1, and movement costs 1 action point. And essentially, so now this means that in theory, if Dave wanted to, he could start and do 4 bardic inspirations at the start of his turn, or he could cast a spell and then do 2, or move and then do 3 bardic inspirations, and so on. It sort of just liquefies the action bonus action system and movement into just more fluid and giving you more choices.
Okay. Yeah. That seems pretty good.
Alright, yeah. So, give me a second. 12 plus 3 is 2. 15. And then, and in addition, we're simplifying the ECAC thing. So now, I'm adding a box to all of your character sheets. And the box is called Defense Range. And so essentially what that is you're going to be, essentially, I made this little graphic. This should be able to, and sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. I'm trying to do a handful of things at once. But I'll send a picture of this little graphic in the Discord. Essentially, you're now going to have, instead of AC or EC or whatever, whatever Cs, you're going to have a dodge defense and an armor defense. And you don't need to worry about how any of the math works out. Just understanding the concept, because I'll do the numbers and everything. So if you look at the little graphic, essentially think of it like a number line. The first goal post is your dodge defense. And that's just determined by your dex and what kind of armor you're wearing. The heavier armor you have, the lower dodge. And then the next goal post is armor defense. That's determined by your armor. And essentially, if an attack is below your dodge defense, it completely misses. Nothing happens. If it's past your armor defense, it completely hits. It's a full hit, no reductions, nothing. And then if it's equal to dodge or armor or anywhere in between, it's a hit, but it's a grazing hit, so it's reduced by a number. So, and we've sort of had this before, except we all kind of had to remember the numbers, and that got really annoying. So now what we're doing is, give me a second, 4. So now what we're doing is that, on your sheets, I'm adding a new box in the resources box, like the front page of your Foundry sheet. It's going to be defense ranges. So I added it to Abalaba so far. I'll do it to you guys as well really soon. The left side, the number on the left side is your dodge defense. The number on the right is your armor defense, and then the number in your armor class box is the number you reduce grazing hits by. So does that make sense?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here, it'll, once I add this to everybody's sheets, it'll make a little more sense just visually, which I'm doing right now. And other than that, we have our ambience bot back. Oh, this is great.
That's
Yeah, I know, I miss it. Fucking YouTube started DMCAing a bunch of Discord bots for being able to play YouTube videos, and that made me sad because we lost our Discord
Ridiculous.
bot. Yeah, so this is just so dumb. And so here, 13. So yeah, I'm doing all these numbers. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. So it was whatever your armor is. So that's, oh yeah. So you have 13 and then 16. Yeah, so Pedro, I just did it for you as well now. And yeah, we're also gonna get into the logistics of like who's keeping the money, like the party money and so on. We'll work that out in between sessions. That doesn't need to be a super big thing, I would say. But okay, so 14 and then, sorry, yeah, 14 and then that's an additional. Do you remember what kind of armor you have on El Simpiníto?
Let me double check real quick.
It's the runic studded leather. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so there you go. That's a 2. And then last person, Thelgun. So you will be 13 and 16. A lot of you guys have like the exact same AC and like math for these, which is a little strange, but no matter. Yeah, so here, I think I messed up Abalaba's a little bit, but that's fine. Nope. Okay, yeah, I did everyone's correctly. Yeah, the numbers should look mostly the same. It's just now you have this lower bound, and enemies are also going to have it, too. So, everyone in general is going to be hitting a lot more often. And it sort of just opens up the chance for you, like, if you wanted to try building, like, a dodge tank that mostly dodges but has, like, no armor, or full armor character like Ralroot and Bramgrim, where they'll get hit super often because they have heavy armor, so they have a big, like, middle range, but they have a big reduction, so it's like, it's a big back and forth kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. And now, other than that, I think we've given enough time. I won't make anybody do a recap or anything. So essentially, last we left off, you guys had the fight in Flame. You guys had I think, I'm trying to remember the order. Yeah, so you were in Erlaskar, and you guys went to talk with the Brush Shepherds, and we're sort of trying to figure them out, potentially going to fight them, trying to learn about the Stag and Tizian, Divadalis, and just learn more about this Eldine conspiracy you guys were learning about. And Ralroot and the leader of the Brush Shepherds got into a big brawl, and a ton of shit happened. Eventually, the town you guys were in got attacked by a bunch of demons, and then very quickly after fending off the fight, Bramgrim was killed and was revived by the sword he had on him, making him some sort of shadowy being that was now just you guys have no idea, some cursed malevolent being maybe, but seemingly was able to hold the Crimson Crystal without being turned by it, which is maybe not the best thing in your minds, you're not sure. But Ethel went mad and you guys had to fight her, and then the party was at each other's throats, and then Koros came out of nowhere. It was a chaotic few weeks. So, hearing from the Vanguard to go back home was a little, almost a bit of a weight off your shoulders, in a way. So, you guys took the opportunity, little to no questions asked, and just returned back home, a little tired. And now, the envoy led you guys through, pretty much told you the situation. You guys had one last goodbye with the rest of your old squad, and they had some, not necessarily things they wanted to say to you guys, but some things they wanted me to convey to you guys. Yeah, oops. Alright. So, for Thelgun, so Ralroot gave you, Thelgun, his little bonfire charm. The charm he had been gifted by Morvarax and was like a token of his clan. So you can add that to your D&D Beyond sheet.
Well done.
And
okay.
with it, he gave you a copy of his Lavola song, entrusting you to copy it yourself and
I'll cherish this forever.
Spread it around the lands. Because I guess.
Well, now I gotta do it.
I mean, yeah, and so he gave you that. And then, what's it called? Ralroot, Abalaba. He asked you to please not die. That was it. He
Is
just
that a
said
personal attack against me?
he just said
What's that
no.
supposed to mean?
He wants you to not die. That's it. He said, please don't die.
I will honor his word until the day I die.
Then Ethel got really weird about liking and wanting your gloves, Thelgun.
No.
And she,
No.
she wanted
I'll
to have
hold on
them.
to these.
No,
I don't think so.
And as a goodbye, Ethel gave everybody a composting bag.
No.
Oh, they all smell like shit.
We all got poo-poo bags.
She's got plenty to spare. And I mean, you just generally notice, like, Ethel seemed to be, especially, I mean, after the events that occurred before you guys came back, was a little manic and just clearly not in a good headspace. And so you're almost a little worried because you're not going to be there to see what goes on with her, but you trust your other compatriots to sort of see to it that she's fine. Bramgrim just generally says bye to you guys. He had nothing special for any of you.
Damn.
Oh man.
So is there anything specific you would like me to convey to the other group? Any goodbyes? Anything?
Let me check. Let me check my character sheet, see if I have anything to give away. Oh, sure. I'll give a Raoult the alchemy jug.
Oh shit.
I'll give them one greater healing of potion of healing, so I have one, and then I'll just tell them don't die.
Yeah, I'll give him an alchemy jug and say it's for your beer.
For your beer.
Alright, Dave gave...
Hey, who's horse the cat staying with?
It's
true.
a divorce.
Yeah.
Who gets custody?
Who keeps kids?
Who gets to keep Forrest the cat?
Tragic separation.
Okay, they have visitation rights.
Okay, so you're giving them visitation rights towards the cat.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm
Anything else?
I'm just gonna buy like a bottle of beer and just like slap a note on it saying for for a horse.
Men's just bought him a natty.
Just a single Corona race.
Corona time.
It's Corona time. And it's horse.
Just put on the note saying you'll know when it's time.
Corona time. Oh shit.
Alright, and so... Oh yeah, alright, so yeah, is that everything? Any other little things for any of the other party members?
Nah, I think that'll about do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't got much.
Bramgrim wasn't part of it. We barely knew Levola. Not Levola. Ethel. We kind of knew her.
I mean, you know
And she
her
almost
for like
killed
a
us a
month
few
or two.
times.
Yeah, a little crazy, but
I say for good riddance.
alright. And I will say, Thelgun, for now, you hold on to the party funds still, but that'll probably be divided amongst everyone.
Yeah.
No, we'll keep it
Makes
all.
sense.
You guys do. I mean, you could try to if you'd like.
They have no money.
Yeah, this is Raoult's debt to us.
Yeah.
We're not giving shit back.
We're even now.
And I will say, just as part of you guys, like, you guys are almost immediately separated from the other half of the Revelry right after your goodbyes. As they're sent off, you see the envoy says, like, is leading them off and is saying that they're going to be getting a new recruit. Or not a new recruit, but a new member to even out the teams. And so, the envoy sort of...
Who? Their side?
Oh, yeah, they're getting a new member apparently. And so you guys see as just the envoy sort of leads, like sort of just asks you to stay there.
Who's gonna join them?
Are you asking? They sort of say, Well, Morvax recently met and selected a new person to join the Vanguard, and and you see at this point the other half of the Vanguard's Revelry is walking off to like the middle of a T intersection in the hallways, just sort of waiting. And you guys, the envoy just says, well, Morvax found them, and on one of his missions, and I suppose seemed like found that he had the medal for the job and offered him a position, and well, he accepted, and he has excelled in our combat training and everything, so we believe he'll be more than a match for that group, to say the least. Yes, he's I believe a shifter named Sonder. Interesting fellow.
Shifter.
Yes. Maybe you'll get a chance to meet him. We'll see.
Nice.
You see.
Let's hope we do.
See, the envoy sort of just leads you guys off. Yes, you'll essentially have the free reign of Flame Keep for the next couple days, of course. Vanguard headquarters is yours to roam as you please. For now, we believe there isn't much for you to do other than sometime tomorrow you should be paid for the Eldine Reach's job, and then you'll also have to attend a ceremony as requested by Auric Vaminor alongside most of the other Vanguard groups. I believe our second ever combat tournament between all the different squadrons should be happening, and so preliminaries are tomorrow, and the final bout should be sometime the day after. Should be interesting.
Interesting.
You all will of course be called out as having been the winners of the first ever tournament, and so you'll get a bit of special recognition, as well as Auric Vaminor is going to personally tomorrow during the preliminaries at least speak with you a little bit about why this change was made, and potentially brief you a little bit on what's to come for you, although it's not expected you'll be sent out on a mission anytime within the next couple days. You should be here for potentially the next week, readjusting and sort of seeing how the new squad members are shaping out. In addition, it's also expected that you'll be needed to come up with a new squadron designation within the next coming days. Hopefully before the tournament, so that you can be announced under your new names. Although, based on what I was hearing from the other group, they cannot seem to figure out what they want to be called. Either way, Morvax is going to be meeting with the other group, and after which he should be going to meet you.
Nice. Haven't seen him in ages.
And you see, currently they start leading you outside of the actual Vanguard headquarters, and sort of bring you out to where all the training occurs. You know, the Vanguard headquarters is essentially just a bunch of groups of buildings, barracks, and stuff like that, and then a main, like, stone, almost fortress kind of, in the center of what's like a couple, not necessarily fields, but like training spaces all around the central complexes. And so you guys are taken out, and you see immediately as you come out, there seem to be 3 groups composed of maybe a little over a dozen people, all seemingly making a circle and fighting. Seems like some sort of combat training with some of the other Vanguard teachers. And the envoy says, Morvax should be by in a bit, but you should have a little bit of time to maybe discuss what you want your name to be, what you have planned. Well, either way, I have other duties to attend to, so I'll bid you all adieu. You see, they sort of nod their head to you guys and just walk off back into the building.
Alright, so any ideas for the group name?
I'm gonna put the most badass name ever.
And I will say, you generally know that the Vanguard names are they're all in the format of like the Vanguard's something. It's typically like an adjective or a noun. Or
Now hear me out, gentlemen. The Vanguard's Vanguard. Trust.
Loki?
The VV.
Vanguard.
No, well, I mean, we're kind of like the stealthy subterfuge group, right? So we should probably maybe
Sure.
go with that, like stealth, like like a similar like adjective that would,
like,
you know,
like a
you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, time to open up Merriam-Webster.
Yeah.
That's a good shit up.
The Vanguard slimy snakes.
Vanguard's SS, slimy snakes.
The Vanguard's guppies.
The Vanguard's the gamers.
You'd be like, what's a gamers?
What's a gamer? That's us, bro.
We are gamers. So, yeah, while you guys sort of just think over the name, you see there's seemingly 3 groups, like squadrons, sort of just training, duking it out in the middle of the grass. And after what's it called? Yeah, so you see they're sort of just they seem to be doing some sort of one-on-one battles, and almost for a point system. As you see, there's a lot of the instructors are there, and I mean, you recognize this. You guys went through this with the other first-generation Vanguard groups. It's like the day training before the preliminaries, where you guys were out on in the middle of the town square fighting on that stage, in 1v1 fights. And so...
Oh, I remember that.
Oh yeah, that was like the first ever session.
Those are good
Oh my
times.
god.
Yeah, and you see, there seems to be these kids. A lot of them are a lot younger than you guys are, or even were. They're maybe late teens. Seemingly, right now they're using actual weapons. Like they've been taking some serious training. But I mean, you can immediately tell they're definitely not like just peasants, just fighting it out. But they're not like crazy well trained either. You see the 3 groups are going at each other. Right now you see 3 signs. You see A, P, and T. And currently the leading 2 teams are P and T. They're like neck and neck, with A a little behind in points. And you see as one of the teams is, one of the people is struck down, you hear one of your old combat instructors shout out, "Point for the tenacity," as you see the Earth Genasi Ukraine that taught you guys like weapons training is just like patting one of his seemingly one of his recruits on the shoulder as they just managed to take down somebody. And you're seeing it looks interesting. It should be at least fun watching these groups of kids beat the shit out of each other. And after a little bit, unless is there any more back and forth on the name?
I actually have an idea. I was gonna say the Vanguard subtlety, but I don't know. I kind of like that one.
We'll keep it on the table, Matt. How about that?
Okay.
To say if we got the idea of stealth, like
Yeah, that's what I was
going
going off.
No, yeah, that's why.
We could go for something like the Vanguard's shadow.
I like that.
I
Very
like that one,
edgy.
too, Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta go for edgy.
Very
Bro.
The maximum edge factor.
Our name's gotta be able to fucking cuts people. It's that
Vanguard.
Just saying the name gives them fucking cuts.
Exactly.
God, shit.
By saying the name, they gotta roll for 3d8 piercing damage.
Slashing damage.
I bit my cheek. So as you guys,
Oh no. Rip.
Oh shit, there's the slashing damage.
you guys go, you guys go back and forth on the name, and eventually you see. Oh god, I'm trying to remember continuity. I believe Morvrax comes out first. Yeah, Morvrax comes out, and you see at this point he's walking out in his full armor. Like you see the other, you see all of the other teachers. They're just in their regular like day-to-day garb. They don't seem to be doing any kind of fighting or anything like that. They're just overseeing the fights. But you see Morvrax comes out full silver flame armor and with his glaive drawn as he's just like lumbering towards you guys, seemingly out towards where all of the recruits are fighting. And you see he notices you guys and immediately like beelines it over to you guys. And eventually, once he draws near, he just sort of looks you guys all up and down and just says, My, it has been a while. How are all of you?
We're alright, you know.
we're,
there's a little bit less of us.
Yeah, hanging in there.
We're
Yeah.
chilling.
We're in one piece for the most part.
Vibing, if you will.
Vibing.
The Vanguard's vibe.
Vanguard's
Vanguard
vibe
vibe.
check.
Well, and he just says, well, I'll definitely say a lot of you look way better than the other group. Bramgrim and Ethel and all of them little messed up in the past couple months, I'd say.
Is it just me or is Alex like really?
Really cool.
It's
Am
cutting
I
out.
cutting out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
so
just
kinda-
about to mention that.
Yeah, my internet has just been shit.
Alex, your internet's kind of acting up.
Yeah,
Give
you're
me
cutting
a
in and
s-
out a little bit.
Give
Well,
me a second, fellas. Uh-oh. God damn it, Discord. I hate you so much. Give me a second, fellas. There we
Oh.
go. Alright, hello? Hello?
oh, there we
Yep.
go.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen a lot. Discord has been, like, kicking my ass recently. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Not for real.
Anyway, Morvrax just sort
chose
of...
violence.
Honestly, the Vanguard's violence.
Bruh.
Morvrax sort of says to you guys, I'll definitely say the lot of you look way better than the others. Morvrax and Ethel, they seem to have gotten mighty messed up over the past couple months.
True. We are just better.
Yeah, we are just the more handsome ones, aren't we?
Well,
Simply a skill issue.
and he just sort of says, well, you know, I know it'll be a little weird adjusting
Yeah?
to the change, but it should overall turn out better for all of you. Just, you know, less attention to yourselves and whatnot, but it should be good. You'll probably get to see more of the world as to go on more interesting adventures as a smaller group, but we'll see.
Here's to hoping.
Here's to hoping. And it says, well, have you thought of anything for the name? I know the other group could not decide at all.
Oh, we have a couple ideas on the table right now.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, you do know, every member of the group needs to agree on it for it to be official.
True. Yeah.
So,
I like
wait, do
the
you mean like a
show.
majority rules type thing, or like it has to
It
be
needs to
complete
be
100%?
unanimous. Yes.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Yeah, the other group was stuck, I believe, half and half on a handful of names. I think the Vanguard's Resolve is their leading name.
Oh, that's a good one actually.
Not bad.
Not very edgy, but you know, that's alright.
Yeah, I like ours better.
Yeah, ours is just simply better.
Yeah,
I
really
agree,
better.
I agree.
Objectively better.
Objectively.
He just says, well, unless any of you have any questions for me, I've got some recruits to pick on. And he says,
Nice.
yeah.
Bricks? How could you?
I got some
You have fun
squeakers to
with
breathe.
that.
And he just says, I hope any of you remember that when we did those group fights.
Like which time?
Which
Pick one.
ones?
And you see you see his glaive immediately just bursts into light as he just walks towards the other recruits, and you see a lot of the other Vanguard teachers. They seemingly have isolated one group who are now standing shoulder to shoulder as Morvax stands back and are just jaw dropped like we're fighting Morvax.
Oh,
just
that
moments
group
for
fight.
it. Yeah. And so
Yeah, I remember.
you guys could stay back and watch as the chaos unfolds, but you guys have the rest of the day here in Flamekeep to do as you please.
Yeah, I want to watch this. So if you guys want to go somewhere, I'll catch up with you later.
And then I want to see this shit go down.
Yes, sir.
What about the rest of you?
I'll go make a bag of popcorn.
I think I'll stay too.
Alright. Dave, I think you're muted. Pedro.
Yeah, my bad. I said I won't just watch. Yeah.
Alright.
We don't have much to do other than
No squad.
wait for our assignment.
Whole squad just watching.
So you guys stand there
Perusing.
at the fence and watch as just seemingly you hear the name, the Vanguard's Antiquity makes their way forth, and Morvarax, a lot of them just start blasting spells at him and trying to stay at a distance. You see one very large fellow in heavy clothes. It's really warm out, but they have a ton of heavy clothes, and you can just see under some of it, El Simpiníto, with your passive perception, wraps around their entire face and hands as they go to charge up at Morvarax while the others stay back and just cast spells. Morvarax, with one swing of his glaive, sharp part away from the kid, just smacks the kid right in the lower jaw as he just and goes down, out for the count, as the other spellcasters seemingly just start blasting spells running around Morvarax, but he just charges up to them and one by one just takes them out. You see, at one point when it's down to just two of the casters, they're blasting spells at him, and Morvarax literally picks one of them up and throws them into the other. It is just a beatdown. And you see
Things never change.
one of the other recruits raises what looks to be their own homemade, they just scratched it on piece of paper, and they raise it up, and it's just an M, and they shout out, "Point Morvarax!" As the team just gets their shit rocked. And you just watch as the other two teams come out, and Morvarax does pretty much the same shit with all of them. Although the Progeny and Tenacity seem to do slightly better jobs than the Antiquity did, but they still get their shit rocked. Partway through your show, you guys see out from the Vanguard HQ, you see a familiar red-skinned tiefling, followed by 4 other members of their squadron, sort of walk up to you guys and notice you guys, and they seem a little a little tense, they're just a little angry. And they look over to you guys and just
Phoenix?
say,
What did I do?
You roll an intelligence check. Dave, or any of you who, because you were all there.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Intelligence.
Gonna get bullied by the new kids.
I rolled a 7. I don't know anything.
I got a 7 too.
Bruh.
Okay, so I gotta hold on, cause I got the new feat, the whatchamacallit, the reliable talent. So whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. Does that apply to intelligence checks or
Any check that you're proficient in. So are you
Oh, well.
proficient in perception?
Oh, perception then? No, I don't think. Hold on, let's check. Yeah, actually, I have a +6 to that. I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Then
W.
yeah, you cannot low roller than a 10.
Okay, so then I would have gotten a 15. Not great, but I'll take it.
Well, yeah. So your roll, if you rolled low, it's 10 plus your modifier.
Yeah. So yeah.
Alright.
That's what I did.
Yeah. So you do remember. What did you get, El Simpiníto?
10.
Alright, so yeah, the two of you do remember. Oh, these are those these are those assholes you guys had to fight in your last in your tournament battle in the Coliseum.
Oh shit!
Oh.
And you remember
Wait,
Let's
let's
throw
do
hands again. I'm ready for round 2.
the red skinned tiefling is Viscera. The guy who seemingly by injuring himself made his weapon burst into flames, and just sort of walking past you guys. You see, there's also the dwarf whose beard got burned off.
Yeah.
I remember that guy.
Noticeably much shorter, and it doesn't seem like it's grown back very much after the burn. Like it's just got a weird like U shape in it now.
That's tragic.
No. Damn.
I like what you do with the beard. New style, new haircut.
Your packet?
Give me a second, fellas. I need to find my keys.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, and so, Viscera walks over to you guys and just sort of, he just says, "All right, now the other half of you assholes, are you guys gonna be dickheads as well?"
Yes.
Well, I mean that depends on what
No,
you're gonna
we're joking.
act like to
We're not,
us.
Yeah.
We're nice people. We can all be friends here. We're all fighting for the same thing, right?
Make a persuasion check. He genuinely seems tilted by something that, I mean, you guys don't know what happened. But
What did they do?
it seems
What
like-
the fuck
already
did they
messing
do to
with
these people?
he seems genuinely fucking mad. And you do
Oh, I got a
actually
15 on that.
Oh,
Shit.
shit. And El Simpiníto, you did hear there was some shouting from inside of the building
Oh.
right before they came out.
Well,
Bruh.
Yeah. So he hears you and he just says, "Alright, look. I apologize for all the tournament shit that went down. We were dickheads." And you see the one halfling rogue, Thomas, just says, "You were a dickhead." And Viscera just sorta, he like sighs and just lets that sit for a second and says, "I was a dickhead. I apologize. And thank you guys, you four, for being more understanding. Those other guys, they're hotheads
No problem.
and assholes." He says, "Alright, well, look, we'll see you all in the tournament, or in the preliminaries tomorrow and at the tournament. Look, I'm willing to let that be water under the bridge, with you guys at least." You see, he's sort of just chuckling and just says, "Alright, well, we'll leave you all to it, but, you know, take care of yourselves. We've seen some
We'll
shit.
see you guys
and
around.
I'd assume you guys have as well, so
thank
just,
you, I guess.
you know, take care of yourselves."
I'll stay safe
Yeah,
now.
you guys too. Don't do anything stupid.
"We mostly just do stupid shit," and he just says that as he's walking away.
Fair enough. We have the same approach to life.
Alright. Yeah, and so you interact with them, and you remember them. They were the Vanguard's pride. And as they walk away, you guys still have the rest of the day to do with as you please. Eventually, after the training, Morvrax passes by and just mentions how Malmik had been asking where you guys were. And just,
Oh, true. Malmik.
Oh, Malmik!
Yo.
He also just generally gives you information about the preliminaries and everything, and you guys just have the rest of the day. Morvrax himself though goes to rest. He's a little tired, it seems, and you notice his previous injuries with his arm and everything, seemingly for the most part have healed over, but he just seems tired.
I just gotta rest. Just gotta take
Yeah,
it
he's
easy.
just a little tuckered out. He'll be alright.
Alright.
Well, I don't want to say anything, but we do have 12,000 in gold, so we could go buy some stuff if you guys wanna.
Yeah.
We could probably see what Melmic's been up to.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Since we're gonna be heading there anyways, we could probably stock up on potions and stuff.
He'll give us the inside scoop on all the latest town deals all around.
Yes, sir.
Discounts, 2 discounts.
Discount? Yeah.
we kind of set them up.
Well, we kind of set his ass up.
Yeah. Alright. So you guys going over to Malmik's?
Yes, sir.
Only fair.
Alright, so you guys make your way back, and I guess just sort of as a reminder, we're gonna go down the line and sort of everyone just rattle back your character description just to freshen it back up in everybody's minds. While I let the cat out because she's angry. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I know.
angry.
I heard it in your mic.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, so here, give me a sec. But yeah, why don't we start with Thelgun? What does Thelgun look like?
Oh, well, okay. Let me bring up my description real fast because just so I know. Okay, so obviously Thelgun is a human male, brown eyes. He's a medium-sized creature, brown hair, white skin, age 25, weighs around 160 to 180, somewhere within that range. Height 6'2". And then you guys pretty much know the equipment that he has, just lots of knives and things like that. He's a big fan of his knives. He's got, he prefers dual wielding, so he has 2 weapons. And then he just has a short bow slung over his back, just in case he wants to do some sniping. And then yeah, pretty much just wears his typical studded leather armor, things like that. And then he's got a black, wait, what was it? The blue cape with the gold little accents to it, and then obviously kind of his trademark, just the mask that he always wears, in the shape of the smiling Oni and things like that. And yeah, that's about it, I think.
Cool. I go next.
Alright.
Dave. He is your basic white male with long. Is it dark? No, it's blonde hair. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring up my description.
Your hair's grown out a little bit.
Yeah, it grew out. It's curly, and he carries his birthright and his new sword on him, and he's a dapper gentleman.
Yeah, he certainly is.
The rather refined lad.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Alright, El Simpiníto, what are you looking like?
Alright, yeah. This is gonna be off the top because my description got deleted. But
It's all good.
yeah, no. What's called? This Simpiníto. He's a male. It's a male Stormwing shifter, which means he has a bit more of a pointed look to him. His face, everything's a bit more defined. Tan skin, very dark brown hair, hazel eyes. What's called? What else? He wears simple sort of hunter clothing, if you can imagine. Mostly just a bunch of leathers and things like that. Everything's trimmed with colored what's it called, just thread and stuff. In terms of the cultural patterns of his hometown, and yeah, I mean, he just got the bow, the the quiver and stuff on his back. He's got a few bracelets, hair back, and a very stylish ponytail, if I will say. It's very, very nice, very fresh, very fresh. The man bun, if you will.
Oh yes, sir.
And yeah, he's 5'11" too, so not bad. Not 6 feet, but you know, he up there, he up there.
Just
Oh, yeah,
about.
Respect the man
Yeah.
bun.
And he's got the his wings tucked in too, close to his back.
Nice.
Alright, Abalaba.
Alright. As you know, Abalaba is a male rock gnome. He's 4'10", which is the equivalent of being 6 foot to gnomes. I'll let you know. Which is tall for gnomes, but he's got like a bluish gray kind of skin with like gray eyes, and he's rocking the good full beard. And then what he wears is he's got kind of like a Zalargo styled wizard robe over, you know, just the basic tunic and basic commoner's clothes and all that. And his robe's colored black with a fine white trim on it, and the tunic's white brown, and he carries a satchel where he's got his handy old spellbook to wreak havoc and cause everything to go apeshit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alright. And so, you guys make your way over to Malmix, and you see, you know, the shop, not any crazy changes. It seems like Malmix seems to have gotten comfortable. He grew very, very quickly, and is now just sort of chilling, it seems. Let's make your way over. It does seem to be open. It's about midday. You guys go in, and there's a few people inside. Just sort of browsing. You know, Malmix is mostly, like, primarily a blacksmith. And it seems like, for the most part, he has, like, mundane items, but he seems to be starting to invest in some, like, enchanting and magic items. You do see there's a very small, like, magic weapon section. And so, you guys make your way over, and right now, you don't see Malmix. Maybe he's in back or something, but you guys have the reign to look around. So what do you guys gonna do?
I mean, I guess we could just like either wait around for him, or I don't know if he has like an assistant or something that we could talk to, if we want to buy some stuff.
Yeah, is there like anyone around, or are we just like in his shop?
Just posted.
You're kind of just in his shop right now.
In the block the entrance.
But then no, we have to like go. We have to go like by like the employees only entrance, and then just fucking stand there and wait for him to come out.
But basically,
Just hold up the store.
I'm just gonna walk up to some random customer and be like, you know, we're kind of famous around here.
We're kind of
kinda
famous
savvy,
around
right?
here.
Yeah.
You know what?
Like, do you know who
Do you
we
know
are?
who we are?
Are you asking?
Yeah, you just go around, people ask you
Yeah,
if
do
they
you
know
guys
us.
know who we are? Sorry, I have amnesia.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just need to
we've
hear
kind
from
of done a
somebody.
thing or two around here, you know.
Dude, we're kind of heroes, so I hear.
Or so I hear.
So I hear.
Alright. Well, you guys can look around at some of the items. If you'd like.
Alright, that's the move.
Yeah,
That's a
let's
good
look
plan,
around.
Alright.
Take a little gander.
You
We
look
love
around.
shopping.
For the most part, it's just a bunch of mundane, items, it seems. But you do see, give me a second. For the most part, you are just seeing mundane items. But you do see there's a very small section right up the front, where there's a small section for magical items. And you immediately see, there's a very, interesting looking, ring that you guys see. And there seems to be some sort of little, almost over all of the displays, like just a floating magical light right above the item. Looks strange. And you see, it almost looks like a button.
Hmm.
You look at the ring, and it seems to be made out of almost stone, and it looks cracked, but it's very lightly glowing red. And you see there is a little display, like name over it. So you do see this. It's a ring of seething.
Ring of seething.
And so, you also see, there does seem to be a strange-looking curved dagger. And you see, it also has a little display. It is called the Shadow Drinker.
Ooh.
No.
Sounds very edgy.
Are you posting these somewhere?
We're all about edgy.
Yeah, they're in the chat.
Oh.
Oh, okay, in the actual game.
Is that on Forge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, they're on Forge.
Interesting. And I assume we don't know what they do until Malmik comes back and explains them to us, right?
It always cast Identify.
Real quick,
I mean,
they seem to be inside a case.
Aw, damn.
Damn.
Yeah. So, after a little bit of just sort of waiting around, eventually, Malmik does come out, and he sees you guys immediately and just says, "Well, Alabi, it has been a while, fellas."
Good, bro.
You see-
what's up, Malmik? How you doing?
That'll make a good boy, a good
see,
friend.
He stays behind the counter, but he says he like sees that you guys were looking at the items, and he says, "Oh, you guys!" And you see he reaches over, and like he says, "This is really cool. I just had this made." And you see he pushes the little light, and you hear in his voice, "This is a ring. This is a ring of seething."
Oh!
No way.
That's insane.
Well, look at you, Malmik. I
And-
see you're doing well for yourself.
Yeah, and you see, it begins to sort of explain what the item does. For the sake of not taking up too much time, I'll just explain this. I'll just put it in chat. Oh, not the picture. That's not what I meant to do. So there. As for the dagger,
Interesting. Oh, hello.
and he just says to you guys, "Yeah, man, I have been doing a little good for myself. I'm just starting to get into all these magic items, you know? I've mostly stayed to, the stuff I know how to make. I'm trying to teach myself a little bit of enchantment, but, and you see, he sort of like looks around to see if the other people, where the other people in the store are, and he just says to you guys, "Yeah, I found these though, just to start off my magic item collection. Sold for real cheap. And you guys are my guys, right? So
A
get you a
shadow
little
one.
bit, make a lot of money, but I'll get you a bit of a discount as well. But these are the first two. Yeah, man, these sold. I mean, they're crazy magic, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
I can only hope to make something like this one day. But some guy was just selling them, and I bought him out. Thought start off the collection somehow.
Alright, who was selling these?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Some guy came into the shop and he was just looking to unload some stuff, and he kind of just said, "Well, I've got these rings." And he sort of explained to me what they did, and I had a third party double check it, right? And, well, I bought them from him. And yeah, they're crazy. These things are... They look real strong. See, he just looks down at him. Says, but yeah. What I've been doing aside, what have you guys been up to? Anything interesting happen?
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh, we got
No,
it for you. buddy.
you don't even know.
Okay.
You don't even know.
I died like 3 times for that. That was insane.
Oh yeah. I still haven't died once yet. Just you know, to put that out there.
So
You haven't?
No, I think I'm the only one that hasn't died yet.
I think so.
Oh.
After
Yeah, because it
Bramgrim
used to
died,
be me and Bramgrim, and then he died.
yeah, he
I'm
got
gonna change
fucking
this.
decapitated.
Yeah,
So,
I came really close a lot of times though.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you're the slipperiest one.
Yeah, but all those other times was my ass getting saved by the rest of the party. So
Essentially, Malmik almost... He seems to take it as a joke, and he's like, I haven't died either. And he just sort of like punches you
I'm not kidding, bro.
in the arm really lightly. He just,
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's wild. I mean, it's great to hear the
Oh, yeah.
Vanguard's doing some good, you know. Their name's really respected around here, seeing as, you know, they're helping all these kids out, and, you know, you guys have been going out. I mean, I'm surprised you guys are back after the announcement that you'd be solving the Eldine Reaches thing.
It was something, though. Man.
You know,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
just
we
trying to
got-
do what we can.
Yeah, you know. I'm surprised you guys are back, but, you know, there's probably a good reason for it. Just, you know, got all announced and your names were out there. More business, I say. And you,
Well, yeah, I mean that was the original deal from way back when.
yeah, and it's then when you notice, there's like a sign up, almost dead center in front of the door on the wall. That it has the Vanguard Revelry's crest on it, and it says "Official Armor of the Vanguard's Revelry."
Yo,
And it,
Okay,
sponsorship?
and it just says,
my man's actually sponsored.
and it says, "Those who cured the Eldine plague." And he says, and he like points over to it, and he says, "Yeah, you know, you guys haven't done it yet, but you know, I got faith."
It's in the works. It's in the works.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And he says, "Well, do either of these interest you?"
I mean, the dagger is interesting, but I mean, we kind of want to go take a look at some other shops as well, and you know, see how much we can, like, you know, extend our money. So, if we can, we'll come back and we'll pick it up at a later date.
Really?
Alright.
You don't think that the dagger would be good for you?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it is pretty decent, but I don't know. Like that just means I have so many weapons to use. Like, I already have a fuck ton, and I don't know if I really need it.
True, true.
Could do
Well, yeah,
some
we'll
sort
see.
of- some sort of trade-in.
Oh yeah, we could. Oh, and we could, I mean, we're not gonna be here for much longer than a week, are we? Because I was gonna say we could get like some weapons upgraded as well.
Yeah.
You can.
Well, it's
So
up to
we
you
can-
on the dagger if you want it or not.
Yeah, because I completely forgot we could also upgrade weapons. So I don't know if I want to do that.
True. Yeah.
But I think like the main thing that we really need is probably just like, I was thinking just like potions and things like that.
Yeah, we have no health at all now.
Yeah, because
True.
I had 2 potions and I gave them one because I know how much they tend to die. So
So like, we don't have any like healer now because Liza
exactly.
was trying to heal us.
and
Yeah,
if we
potions
buy
are
a
gonna be
bunch
more
of like
important than
basic potions, I have the feat that lets me upgrade them to like the next level. And
Oh,
if you use
true,
them, you
yeah.
heal like the maximum amount all the time. So if we're gonna be here for a little while, I could just upgrade that for us, and we'll be all right. So
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on when we're going to get the quest.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I guess so.
So, just in general, what are you guys gonna look around Flamekeep for?
One sec.
Uh,
I just got a bloody nose. I'll be back.
Oh shit.
Sure. And then
Well, I mean, I think like the most important thing I'd be looking around for would just be like the potions and stuff. So just like an alchemist or some.
That should be our priority of what
Yeah,
we're gonna be investing in.
we need to
Alright.
stock up.
While you have the party's money.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they have a healer, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's
But I mean,
fair.
Dave also has his B, and he has a little bit of healing, I think. But yeah,
Mhm.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We could always just split like the party's funds like 50-50 because we're at like an even 12K right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's true.
So I think that's like the most fair way of doing it. It's mostly in gold, so then it's really easy to split as well, and then there's just a little bit of copper and silver. But yeah, I mean, we'll figure that out when we get there.
You can keep it as
Yeah.
a holding fee.
Yeah, holding fee. Yeah, we get to keep all the fucking pennies and shit.
Alright. So you go around, you do find a alchemist, like an apothecary. I mean, there are just a handful of potions, so here. So there are quite a few. I will say. Yeah, so what kind of potions of healing you guys want?
I mean, I think we're probably going to be mostly interested in like just like the basic ones, and probably just like, I don't know, maybe just like the ones that are like a step above.
Like potions of greater healing.
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly.
Alright, so they have a lot of them, so the regular potions of healing are 40 gold, and then the greater healing are 300.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay.
And then they also have some more interesting potions available.
What would those more interesting potions be? Just out of curiosity.
They have a few elixirs of health. So when you drink the potion, it cures any disease afflicting you, and it removes the blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned conditions.
Hey, that's actually pretty decent. Alright.
Antidote, basically.
Yeah, there's also... See, there's a potion of invisibility,
Right.
which they're selling for 200. As well as they have a potion of growth, which sounds real weird.
Yeah,
but
that sounds very weird.
you essentially grow one size larger for 1d4 hours, and then
No.
you get a bit of a damage boost.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that's permanent, it's gonna be wild.
You
Imagine
never-
using that on Dape.
That would actually be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So, I mean, like, I think the potions of health might be a decent idea, because I don't think that there's anyone that can really clear those types of like status effects. Then again,
Yeah.
it is just like poison and stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, I will say
Okay.
things like paralyzed.
Yeah. How much are those, the potions of health?
Alright, I'm back.
Right. Oh, the elixir of health.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The elixir of health is 125.
125.
I don't think
I mean,
that's
we
too
could-
much.
Yeah, like honestly, like just getting like one for each of us, just it's like to have as like a fallback might not be a bad idea, and then just like using like the rest to buy like potions of health and things like that. I don't think we want to spend more than like 2K or whatever.
Yeah, I already
Probably
have
even less
like
than that.
I have 3 potions of greater healing on me. So
Oh
that can, like,
shit! Okay, then yeah, you're fine.
I just checked my inventory right now.
yeah, yeah. Then you just hold on to that. Well, yeah, I
Back
guess
in,
we'll
like-
just take like 4 of like the elixirs of health, and we'll just get one for everyone here. And then I just think that puts us at 500. and then we'll just take like, I don't know. Yeah, just like, I guess we'll just take like one greater potion of healing, I think,
All right.
and then just the rest we'll do. Yeah, and then we'll just do 5 of the small ones, and that puts us at 1k, I believe. If I did the math right.
All right. So somebody write that down, like what
Yeah.
you're getting,
Yeah, I'll write that down.
and then anything for the more interesting potions.
I don't think so.
Let me check. What other potions do you have? Sorry.
They have invisibility. I mean, you go invisible for an hour. Growth, you get enlarged to one like size larger, and then get some extra damage bonuses. There's there's a potion of heroism where you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour, and then you're also under the effects of the bless potion, the bless spell for 1 hour. So that's a bonus to 1d4 bonus to all saves and attack rolls. And then,
Nah, I'm good.
You're good.
Oh,
Alright.
those. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so mark off all that gold.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you guys can add them to your inventories as you please.
Yeah, so I think like the plan was everyone gets like an elixir of health or whatever, so they can like clear those status effects since we don't have anyone to do that for us.
Uh huh.
All
All right. Yeah. I'll add one.
Sounds good.
Is it called Elixir of Health?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, if you can't see it, let me know.
Yeah, because I can't really find on D&D Beyond, I don't
I
think.
can't find it either.
Alright. Yeah, I can add them. So here, give me a sec.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright. And other than that, is there anything else you want to do in the meantime while you sort of rest?
While we rest.
I
Oh,
mean, if we have enough free time, I think... Hold on. I need to look at the feat. Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, and let me know also if anybody where the other items are going.
Yeah, okay, so I was gonna say, like, I'll just hold on to, like, the basic potions of healing, and I'll try upgrading those. So if we have free time, I was gonna try upgrading one of them to the greater one. And then, does anyone not have any healing on them? Because then they could just have the one greater potion that we bought.
I think I might not, but I'm still trying to log into Forge, so I'll
Oh,
double
well
check
then, yeah,
with it.
I mean, yeah, you could just add that if you need it.
I do not have any healing potions on me.
Oh, well then, yeah, then you take that, and I'll work on upgrading the 5 others that we bought.
Can you guys see the potions?
Let me refresh.
Oh, yeah, the
Like-
potions of healing we can see.
Alright, so you guys add those yourselves as you wish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, which one am I getting? Sorry, Matt.
Oh, you're getting the potion of greater healing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as per the feat, how long does it take to upgrade a potion?
It says 8 hours of work, so...
Alright. So you could get at least one done today, and then
Yeah.
does it have any cost associated with it, or is it just
I don't believe so. I think it's just... I'll check the feat again, because I don't want to cheese this.
mm-hmm.
No, just 8 hours of work.
Alright, awesome.
Yeah, so then, yeah, in that case, then I'll upgrade one, and then El Simpiníto could have that one.
Hi there. Thank you.
So, yeah, that one's different, because when you use it, you get to heal, like, the maximum amount you could.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it gets leveled up to Ocean of Greater Healing.
Yeah, so you can add by the end of the day, nothing crazy happens, so one of those small ones just turns into the greater, so and I would say mark it on D&D Beyond, or write it in your notes or something that it's one of the special ones.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I believe a potion of greater healing should heal you with that effect like flat 20 health. No roll required. Alright. So, you guys, does anybody else want to do anything throughout the day, or are you guys just kind of chilling?
I'm just chilling. Yeah, just enjoying myself and playing Keep.
Alright.
Just gonna go flying.
Alright, you're just flying around. Abalaba.
Yes.
While you guys were still in the Eldane Reaches, Koros, before he sort of disappeared after the Vanguard envoy appeared. But before they came, he talked to you again, and he pretty much just said, Abalaba, so I wanted to ask you again about that deal. And you see, he pulls back out the book, he pulls out a spell book, and he says, so, just as a reminder, I'd offer you this entire spell book for a handful of your Graviturgy spells. And he says, you know, I think it's just really important that we bring these two together, and I understand that you might have some issue with sharing these Graviturgy spells. You know, it's very volatile, almost. It's dangerous. And look, I know I told you, I tried stealing from the other U's or whatever, and you know, red cats, all that. But I think this would be very good for both of us, and I understand if it requires maybe just a little bit of not necessarily coercion, or extortion's not the right word. Maybe a gift, a trade. You see, he sort of pulls the book out, and says this. It's a book of, well, it's an alchemical compendium, full of all different types of fancy transmutation spells. All of which I believe you are able to cast. And you see, he just sort of shows it to you. Chicha?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he just sort of shows you the book, and he says, look, we can discuss what type of spells I'd be getting, and you see he hands it to you, so you can sort of look it over, and you can tell just touching it, in itself, it is a spell book, but you can tell it is also magical. So, you could probably cast Identify on it and figure out what it does.
Yeah, I'll probably do that right now.
Yeah. So I will send this to the VTT. So there you go. So he shows it to you, and he just says, "Yes, look, I understand. Just maybe a few of your spells. Let's see." And he almost seems anxious. Like after you guys mentioned that there would be a person from the Vanguard coming, he's sort of a little almost nervous, I'd say.
Oh, I'll just tell him yeah, I guess it's not a bad deal. 3 of my spells just for this whole spell book. I mean, you know, I still trust you. You're still someone very fond of me, and you know, we've had our history, and you know, I think for sure this can be used for good, and hopefully not things that could, you know, rip the dimension apart or something like that.
Oh, that's not at all what this would be used for. No, it's to bring back the art of Doominomancy, the beautiful things that that we could do together, these powers joint once again, would be just phenomenal. I really do think that. So, what? And you see, he grabs onto the book again and starts pulling it away from you, and he says, "What would you be able to give to me?" This is no apprentice's spell book, Abalaba.
Let me. I guess I can like give you. See. I can give you a spell like Pulse Wave. That's pretty good.
Right.
See. I can give you Gravity Sinkhole. That's
Right.
and
You see, his eyes are immediately just getting wide listening to this. Like, there's excitement just hearing this.
and then the last one I'll give him is Magnify Gravity.
All right. So yeah, gravity, pulse wave. All right. And you see, he sees in your spell book as like he hands it over to you and just very quickly like he's like very quick about it. Like he almost like hands it to you, and as you're pulling out your spell book, before you can even hand it to him, he grabs it from you and just starts like writing it really quickly, like copying the spells. It almost seems like it's almost like he thinks you're gonna change your mind, and he's like almost muttering to himself in excitement, just talking about how this is gonna be great. Now he's so excited to learn and use all of these spells. And you see, eventually he copies down the 3 spells you mentioned, and he hands you the book, which I will add to your inventory on D&D Beyond. So you can go through, and all of the spells listed in that book, you can learn them.
Like all of them in the spell book?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You can also choose to attune to the book if you'd like. And remember, we have that attunement system where you can attune to more than just 3 items. It's up to your proficiency bonus. So
okay.
then you could even attune to things past that. It just gets a little unsafe after your limit. But so you attune to that.
Okay.
And so yeah, you have that ability that the book says. And so, you see, as he's like flipping through your book, he sees like the beginning of that 6th level gravity sinkhole, because at the time you hadn't quite finished it, or gravity fissure. And he says,
Yeah.
and what is this one?
Oh, Gravity Sinkhole? Is that the one you're looking at?
You see, he sort of chuckles a little bit. No, I already copied that one. This one, it creates some sort of line, it seems, and you see he's like flipping the page over and now like just full on reading it.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, that one's not yet finished, like being written down in my spell book, but
and you see, make a perception check.
I got a 12.
I mean, yeah, you can see he's very, like, he's not exactly trying to hide it, but he's, like, just with his notebook, like, tucked to his chest, taking, like, very short notes while looking at it. And he says, that's fascinating, Abalaba, truly. He almost just trails off a little bit, just writing. And he just does not stop looking at it until you take your book back.
I'll just be like, yeah, I'll take my book back now.
And you take it from him, and he just sort of just drops the pencil, and it's immediately like, all right, well, and it's around that time where the envoy arrives, and then he just fucks off immediately. He just immediately says like, well, Abalaba, I'll keep in touch. You know, I can do the whole sending thing, the messaging. You know, we'll see each other around.
What's it say for you, old friend?
See, he just like quickly seeing the other person, just like almost dashes off into the forest. And so, you have those spells. So the day, going back to where we were, the day passes, and El Simpiníto, you're given that greater healing potion, which Thelgun upgraded. And the next morning, you guys are all woken up about midday. As what seems like some of the bookkeeping people in the Vanguard go by. Are you guys staying in like an inn or in the Vanguard like barracks?
I think the barracks.
I mean, yeah, it just makes sense to stay in the barracks, right? Why would we shell out for an inn when we could just stay there?
I mean, it's not the greatest sleeping accommodations. Like, you guys are in bunk beds.
Yeah, we'll be alright. It's like a sleepover.
Yeah, we slept in the forest, or we'll be fine. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so one of the bookkeepers comes by, knocking on the door, and they round all of you guys up until you eventually going over to the bursar of the Vanguard Revelry, or the Vanguard, where you see you go in, and there are a handful of guards. It seems like, and they lead you in to where you just see it's one person behind a desk, and they're currently seemingly filling a few bags with some coin, it seems. What first looks like silver seems to be platinum. And they say, well, as discussed, all of you are to be paid, and you see there are 4 bags. All of you are to be paid for the Eldine Reach's job. Because of the, let's say, interesting circumstances behind your group breaking up, we don't typically pay groups by the individual, but this is a bit of a rare case, so all of you are to be paid separately. And you see they point down to the 4 bags. And they just... You guys can take them.
I snatch
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's just yoink the bags and flee the country.
You guys take the bags, and they're not super heavy, but based on them being platinum, you're a little... not bad. So, you guys, while making your way out, you do see, it is, oh wait, what was the conversion rate? I'm sorry, it was...
Platinum is 10 gold pieces, and then, yeah.
Oh, well then, I fucked up with the Vanguard, with the other group. Give me a second.
Oh,
I need to message them. At...
What?
So yeah, what was 61 platinum for them, is 610 platinum for all of you.
Wait, for each of us?
Yes.
610 platinum, okay.
We had
Goddamn.
610 platinum?
That's pretty good.
And
Wait,
9
each?
gold. And 9
That's
gold.
insane.
Fucking 600.
Oh, that's like 7k right there. Fat stimmy.
We're balling.
Yeah.
Stimmy just dropped.
My god.
The new stimmy just dropped.
Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shit.
That new Eldine Plague
We're
stimmy
rich
just
now.
Yeah.
Y'all want to just like retire and become avocado
hit.
farmers?
Let's
now?
just gamble it all away.
Yeah. Shit, you right.
Just retire right here.
The Vanguard's avocado.
Some
The
Vanguard
Vanguard's...
avocado farmers.
The Vanguard's guac.
Yeah, let's
Vanguard
go.
Glock. Eat. Oh god.
So...
Yeah, it's gonna be all fun and games until fucking Belshalor and his cronies fucking come knocking on our doorstep again.
So we're just gonna start Corvair's very first Chipotle, bro. It's gonna go insane.
Vanguard
Bro.
Chipotle, bro. We need to start enterprising up in this bitch.
The Vanguard's Chipotle.
Vanguard
Chef Adam.
Chipotle.
Burrito Vanguard.
Oh shit!
The Vanguard's cuisine.
Vanguard's cuisine. Direct competitor to the Continental or whatever that place was.
Yeah. Selling monster meat. So you guys get your stimmies. And
Let's go.
that's what it felt like getting the stimulus checks. I mean, like,
It
Bro,
fucking
God.
was.
that is genuinely what it
God,
felt
dude.
like. Yeah. So you guys get your payment, and very quickly start heading over to the preliminaries, where in the middle of the town, you guys see there is a familiar like wooden stage set up, where the group seem to be like hyping themselves up to fight. And so, where do you guys want to get get your seats? Well, not
Front row.
necessarily seats.
Front row.
Front
but-
row.
Yeah, we're doing front row.
It has
Alright.
to be front row.
Yeah.
We want to see this shit.
All right. So you guys receive that. You guys go all the way up, and you see actually, you guys end up sort of pushed over to the like front right of the crowd, and you actually see all further over. There is what looks to be the other half of the Revelry, who doesn't seem to have noticed you. But by passives, could Thelgun and...
Can I just reach out to them with the fucking aspirin rock?
You're a little too far.
Ah, shit.
Unfortunately.
Just scream to them. Hi guys.
I start waving.
Yeah, Eldritch
We'll
Blast
just
them
throw
in the
a
face.
fireball in their direction. They'll see that.
So, based on passives, could Thelgun and El Simpiníto give me a perception check?
Got it.
Yeah, sir.
Do you want these?
That's a 16.
Alright.
Close eight.
One sec.
Alright.
Bruh.
What'd you get?
It's in that one. It's a 10.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Thelgun, you notice while you're making your way up, there seems to be a figure climbing up, like Assassin's Creed style, climbing up the side of one of the buildings,
Hey yo.
up a church, and you see they sort of perch themselves at like the top of the top of the church. They're not necessarily seemingly trying to hide, although you see they're almost like a very heavily like covered up individual. Like they've got a bandana, a hood, like a hat on, like they've got the whole 9 yards, and they go on top of the church and are seemingly just watching the whole just watching the preliminaries.
Okay. That's a little sus. I mean, I guess I'll just point that out to like the rest of the group. See, like you know, what do we think we should do about it?
Yeah.
That's kind of suspicious, bro.
Wait, what do you
Kind of
see?
suspect. It's just like this fucking Assassin's Creed looking guy, just fucking absolutely just chilling on like the roof of the fucking whatchamacallit, the church, and like I mean, I don't know, like he's just watching for right now. I don't know what he's planning.
He's
Yeah.
just standing there menacingly.
Menacingly.
He really is.
Maybe he's just like Batman.
I mean, yeah, like I don't know, like what if he tries like interfering with like the games or something?
We'll just
Yeah,
watch
usually-
him. We'll see what happens.
He doesn't
keep an eye on him,
necessarily.
though.
He doesn't necessarily. He didn't seem to try hiding it. You saw like he was street level, like with the crowd, and he almost like looked over the crowd and then just started climbing the building.
Okay. I mean,
And now he's just
maybe
sort
he
of
just has nothing to hide.
sitting at the edge of the building, just looking down, watching everything.
Okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
All right.
I'm sure it's
So-
nothing.
You guys begin to watch the preliminaries, and it's actually pretty interesting. You see the 3 Vanguard groups start doing their 1v1s and then their 2v2s. And things mostly seem to go about the same that you saw yesterday. The Progeny and Tenacity are at each other's throats. Like, very close on points. And the Antiquity's just a little behind. And it's actually a decent show. You see one of the fights, this sort of Scion-looking Kalishtar up against another one of the other teams, and they just go at it. And it's just overall, it's a pretty nice atmosphere. Like, you guys are kind of just chilling. You see Morvrak's back there. He doesn't seem to be with any of the groups in particular. It doesn't look like he has another squadron. But he's just sort of helping lead everything. And Auric is there just sort of leading, like, watching over the whole thing. And eventually it all wraps up. The Progeny did end up losing out of the 3.
Oh no.
The Antiquity. So now it seems like tomorrow, Auric announces that the Progeny and Tenacity will be in the Colosseum the next day, and that it should be an interesting fight to see who the second winner of the tournaments are.
Yeah.
And so the crowd starts thinning out, and you see, it looks like Auric steps down and makes his way over to you guys immediately. As it looks like he seems to be flanked by a handful of Vanguard guards. And what's it called? You see eventually as the crowd starts thinning out, that you see the other half of the Revelry also sort of waiting around, but Auric comes straight to you guys. And you see, while you're in public, you see the group of guards almost circle around you guys, and almost give you a good couple feet of just empty space with no civilians or anyone. And it's at this point, while this is happening, you see the guy who's on top of the building climb his way down and eventually go meet up with the other half of the Revelry. Seemingly the new guy. And Auric comes over to all of you guys and says, "Well, it's good to see all of you here. You seem to be in good health.
We're doing alright.
How have your travels been?"
I mean, a few of us died, so
Even
We're still
yeah.
we're still here.
Well, that's what matters in the end, does it not?
Yeah.
Well, there isn't too much I really need to brief you on. Just really, I assume the envoy explained most of why you were split up, so there's no reason on hitting on all of that all over again. But the main thing I wanted to ask was, how were things with the crystal?
What crystal? What do you mean by that?
Kyber crystal?
Actually, who has it?
Yeah, who has the crystal?
The one with the old man in it?
I think Rail Root was the one in charge of that one.
He looks at you, Dave, and he says, "The one with a man in it." What do you mean?
Yeah.
By that?
Hey, yo.
The one with the man in it.
Oh yeah, like the wizard, the necromancy guy.
Yeah.
Auric doesn't know about that one. He just says, "That's
Oh.
strange. What do you?"
What is the bag of holding?
I
Wait,
think
no, it's not
Rail
in
Root
the bag
had
of
that
holding,
last.
right? It's in
Brandon
Bramgren.
has it.
Yeah. Wait. So canonically, this is out of character. Does Dave know that we're supposed to keep it a secret? Because he was dead when they first got it.
Keep what secret?
The Kyber shard.
Well, that Kyber shard. I mean, you guys know. I mean, you guys have talked about it. You know, there's a
The necromancer from
some
the
evil
one shard,
wizard
right?
in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys never really talked about whether you should keep it hidden or not. Ramgrim just said he's holding on to it because he wants to
True.
punish the guy who's inside of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been keeping Wait, so are we talking about the one with the wizard or the one that's like the
Not the
fragment of
Crimson
like?
Crystal, the
Okay, not the crimson crystal.
the one
Okay.
with the flesh warper in it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the crimson crystal. I think we should keep that one secret.
Yeah.
Arik knows
No.
about that one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, yeah, while I was dead, my group found a crystal containing this one necromancer, I guess.
Huh.
Mm.
Interesting. And what have you chosen to do with this crystal?
I wanted to talk to the dude, but Bramgrim never let me.
That's
Yeah.
strange. Alright. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Now,
Yep.
what about the other crystal?
Sorry?
He just looks over all of you. And he's just not saying anything, he's just looking at you guys.
You mean that one crimson thingy that we're not supposed to be talking about?
Yes. Is
Then-
it safe?
Yeah, I'd say it is pretty safe. I'm pretty sure it's with Bramgrim or Ralru over with the other half of the original squad. It's pretty hidden away from any prying eyes, so as long as, you know, it doesn't fall into enemy hands, we should be alright, I think.
Alright. That's good to hear. No need to elaborate as to... And you see he looks around. Just to keep it quiet. He says, well, unless any of you have any questions for me, I should be off.
When will we get our next assignment?
He says, well, the next assignment should be coming to you within the next week or so. Well, there have been, I mean, as you all know, developments with the Lords of Dust. Seemingly, all of you have encountered them, or at least some sort of fiendish problems repeatedly, and might not be a
Pretty sure.
coincidence. Potentially. There are hints of demonic or fiendish influences in the Eldine reaches as well. So that's why you've been pulled back. We're trying to find out what the issue is and hit it from multiple angles instead of just one.
True, we've dealt with our fair share of demons and gods, or like devil gods.
It's true. We've had some experience with the
Hmm?
subject, I guess.
Well, I wish I could say you wouldn't be continuing to deal with them, but that would be a lie. And you just...
They were experts.
And just in general, just being around Arik, just he's not like a really big dude, but I mean he's Hobgoblin, has the sort of red complexion going, and just in general being around him almost like sends a little bit of a chill through your spine. It almost seems just colder when you're around him, and just, I mean, it's strange just because, I mean, the Vanguard is relatively new and this guy started it, and it's already such a big thing with such deep connections. Like, you don't know too much about Arik, and it's just, he seems to either have pull or some crazy power, or you're not even sure what, but
How is he this influential?
he's got
Seems that way.
he's got an OnlyFans that pops off.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Oh, word.
Send link?
Google Drive with the leak.
Shit.
Yeah.
It'll be like Jared from Subway if you find out.
Yo?
Right.
Yeah, but he essentially, he says, well, unless there's anything else, and he starts to make his way off. He says, we'll see you tomorrow at the finals.
Hail finals.
Yeah, we'll make sure to be there.
See, he walks off, and you see, he immediately goes over to the Revelry, or to the other half of the Revelry to talk to them. And similar thing, they all get surrounded, by the guards, and they start to talk. And you notice the guards, as they make the circle around the Revelry, some runes on their the front of their armor just start flashing, and you see almost a vague translucent energy field appear around them, and you guys don't hear a single thing they're saying.
Interesting.
And so, unless there's anything specific you want to do with your crazy money now.
I mean, unless you guys want to go out and buy some more stuff.
We can just skip forward to the finals, otherwise.
No, I would keep it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if we were gonna have more free time, then I'm just gonna, work on, upgrading those potions again.
So yeah,
Congrats,
you could get through today. You could get another potion done and most of a third one.
Yeah, I think, yeah. And yeah, I'll just spend as much time as I can on this before we finally have to head on out.
Alright. Yeah, and you could probably get both done if you just stay up a bit and sleep a little later.
Caffeine. I mean, sure, let's get both done. Might as well, right?
Alright, so you get 2 more graders done. So anyone who has them, remove 2 of the smaller ones. And turn
Yeah,
them
I mean,
to
I'm
graders.
gonna add one for myself, and then someone else could have the other one.
Alright. Who wants that one?
I already have one.
So I guess that one's all yours, Diego, then.
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds good, sounds good.
Alright. So you take those potions. The rest of you sort of just chill, lounge about.
Oh, can I actually go tell somebody about the one suspicious dude on the
Oh, I mean, he
yeah,
was just
but-
the part of the other.
You actually saw he seemed to be the new guy as part of the Revelry.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he went over to join the Revelry after the fights ended.
Huh,
He
okay.
doesn't seem that impressive.
Yeah,
Mid.
and mid new teammate.
Mid new
Yeah,
teammate.
he was just brooding at the top.
Freaking noob.
Actually throwing, bro.
He's throwing skill difference.
And I'm
you
just
see-
gonna, I'm just listening to jazz the rest of the day. I still got my radio on me, bro.
And you see up
Yeah,
close,
it's like waterlogged.
up close as the guy passes by, you see the new recruit. He seems to be like a decently tall, actually pretty tall, 6'5", pretty, not necessarily stocky or strong, very lean shifter. El Simpiníto, you recognize him as a swift strides shifter. Sort of palish skin, thick black hair, and you see a single light gray streak. They've got just a typical green eye, pale green eye, but then over the left eye, you see there is I believe it's left. Yeah, and over the left eye, just an eye patch, seemingly
Yes.
having lost an eye. Across the face, just a claw mark right across, going over that eye, and just across the whole rest of the face. Full beard, small tied knot hair, kind of like yours, El Simpiníto. Seems to be pretty common for shifters.
Yeah.
And then most of their clothes are very, very dark and seemingly just to hide their appearance and just most of what they look like. Bandana, a large brimmed hat, and just mostly dark leathers. Just trying to sort of keep hidden, it seems.
Mm.
So they go over with the rest of the revelry. And you guys, unless there's anything you want to do, the next day, at the, as the finals begin. Oh yeah, actually, after the, before for you guys, after the preliminaries, a bunch of people seem to be going out partying. And you guys,
Oh,
a
bruh.
lot of the other Vanguard groups are going to enjoy themselves. You seemingly notice the other half of the Vanguard's revelry doesn't seem to be present, but the other, you see Viscera comes over to you with the Vanguard's pride, and he sort of just says, "Well, you guys want to go out and drink?"
I mean,
you guys have fun. I
Yeah.
have to do this. So.
Got
This
it,
is where I
big.
met Dot last time.
He says,
My
Gonna
time to
go.
shine.
"We're calling it the Vanguard's bar crawl." Says,
Yeah.
And you see, he's got
Oh, shit.
he's got behind him. There are, not all, but most of the other Vanguard groups. You see, with them is the Vanguard's clergy, the guys you fought in the Colosseum when Dave died.
oh, then.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't see the resistance with the guy who Raoul Root pissed on. But you see the two other squads seem to be going out to enjoy themselves, and you're invited. So you'll have a group of like a little dozen and a half people going out drinking.
I'm going.
The entire frat's popping out.
I think
My
Pedro
time
was
to
just a little
shine.
confused because he's never like actually heard that terminology. So he's like, "Wait, so are you guys actually going to the bars or?" It's like, how does that shit work?
Viscera looks at you and he says, "Yeah," and he goes on all fours and like lumbers forward a few steps, and all the other Vanguard groups are like, "Yeah," and they
Comedy
just
has
start
been achieved.
like, yeah, and so they just all seem like in a really good mood and are just going out to enjoy themselves. So is anyone joining?
I'm joining.
Yeah, I'm joining them.
Yeah, I mean, I said I was gonna be working on those potions, so it doesn't seem like I'm joining. Sage.
Thelgun's like the guy who goes to the party but has to do homework in the corner.
I'm the sober
Yeah.
monitor.
Well, yeah. Do you want to do your work back at the headquarters, or like following?
It probably makes more sense to do it back at the headquarters. It would be a little difficult doing it following them from bar to bar, so...
All right. So the three of you go with El Simpiníto, a little out of your element, not too used to social situations, but you know, you
Yeah,
can learn.
he gets on all fours too because he saw the other guy. So he's like,
And
alright.
that's the thing. You see, Viscera's about to like stand up like after the joke, but he sees you go down, and he's like, "You know what? We're doing this." And a lot,
Lucky.
like a lot of the other members just start joining you guys. You just
Yeah.
it becomes
Let's go.
a literal bar crawl. It'll more a bear crawl, but close enough.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
And so, you guys go out. How much fun are you guys having?
Enough.
Let's see. On a scale of 10, probably like a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Well, what do you consider 4? Because I mean, I'm
Blacked out drunk.
not a party guy, so I don't know.
What's 10 then, bro?
You don't want to know
okay.
what a 10 is.
Juan at that one frat.
Then you just wake up in the morgue.
Yeah, that's yeah.
10 is Juan at that one frat where you blasted the drink all over himself.
Oh, dude, that was only me and Andy witnessed that.
What would you call that? Out of 10.
Juan was like an 11 out of 10.
Oh, bro, I would have
yeah.
put that at like a 7 or like an 8 or 9. What the
Juan was already blacked out like 2 hours before that happened.
Oh no.
Christ?
Jesus. All right. So what do you consider? Yeah. What do you consider 4?
That's like when you just get to a party.
A nice buzz.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Abalaba and El Simpiníto?
I'm going for a solid 5.
All right.
Oh, he's one-upping him.
And you,
Yeah,
El
I mean-
Simpiníto?
Simpiníto's just gonna go for like a solid, yeah, like 4 too, because he just tipsy enough to still
Yeah.
think it's
Go
a
for an
crawl.
11, no balls.
Go for a Juan.
No.
No balls.
Viscera goes for an 11.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
He just
god.
starts pouring drinks over himself.
Yeah, you see, at one point, he's doing a bar trick, and he gets a bottle, like a closed bottle, He looks
Uh-oh.
up, like the bartender looks away, and he's just like, "Guys, look at this!" And he smashes the bottle on the counter, and like cuts the back of his hand with it, and you watch it burst into flames. Just everyone else just starts like just shouting as well, and it gets crazy. A lot of the other members get a little more messed up than you guys for sure. They're all around.
I go up to one of like the super drunk members and I'm like, "Hey yo, that dude was trying to talk about your mom."
Oh god.
Roll deception.
Oh, deception. Okay.
Yeah, you're
Gee.
fucking...
Oh fuck, I forgot.
Plus
At the start of the
13.
roleplay.
I rolled a 17. Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
30?
That's no 17 plus 30 or plus that was already including 13.
Okay.
Oh,
Who listens to you? They go over, and they're like, yeah. And they go over. They start like, they're fucked up. They start like pushing them, like, hey, what are you talking shit about? And they start yelling at each other, but then like 5 minutes later, they're just doing shots together. So overall, everyone seems pretty like just chilling with each other. It's almost like a reunion in a way. And so, you guys enjoy the night. The next day, you guys get back. Thelgun, you're working on the potions about most of the way through the second one of the day, and they come back like just a little decently there, right? Now you're just working in, and they tell you about all the crazy shit that happened. And
Well, at least you guys had fun.
Yeah, dude, there was almost a fight that broke down. Oh my
Oh.
god, it was crazy.
Could have recorded that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild, bro.
You had to be there.
It
was
was a movie, as they say.
Yeah.
Shit's a movie.
Dave's such a dickhead. It's like, dude, there was almost a fight. I don't know how it happened.
Oh man, how did that happen?
I don't know, I just heard
that.
no person talking.
Well, you guys end up hitting the hay. Thelgun stays up a little late. But the next day, you guys file out with the rest of the Vanguard squadrons. A lot of them are real fucked up. You see Viscera is dragging himself out. You see
Bruh.
he's like eating on the way and just seems to have made himself like just a sandwich of bread and egg. He's just like doesn't seem
Guaranteed
to
to
be
cure any hangover.
doesn't seem to be doing too hot, but see, he's eating his sandwich and he says, "Look, you want to know what the real cure for a hangover is?"
What is it?
And he pulls out like another bottle. He says,
Yeah, that'll about do it.
if you keep it going, you don't experience the crash."
Can't argue with that reasoning.
And some of the other group members try taking it from him, but he's persistent and just.
Nah, let him do his thing.
And yeah, you guys are all on your way out. Are given like your seating arrangements and everything, and so you make your way towards the Coliseum. Eventually, you guys don't see the Revelry along the way.
Oh no.
But once you guys start filing into the Coliseum, it seems it's very full. There's a lot of people. It's very active. And you notice, it's like a U-shaped Coliseum. Sort of like if you know how the Swanson is, where there's like the inside like down bottom part, and then the seats up top.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
the oval shape. And you see you guys on the oval are sitting like in the middle at the top, and make a perception check, El Simpiníto and Thelgun.
Sounds good.
Yeah, baby.
Bruh. That's 12.
18.
God damn.
I've been rolling bad, bro. Jesus.
Yeah. You guys
Okay,
you guys
get it out of the
immediately can
system
tell.
now.
The Vanguard squads are separated, so half of them are up at the top, like in the middle strip at the top, and then the other half are at the bottom, are on the other end. So you guys are like almost directly looking at the other Vanguard squadrons, and Thelgun, you do actually see the other half of the Revelry on the other side.
There they are.
And
I'm
so,
just gonna wave to them.
Wave.
Yo.
I'll shoot a fireball to get their attention.
yeah, you see,
Hey,
Yes.
boom. You guys, you
Screaming.
see, they're actually with the Resistance and Clergy. The Resistance seems to have finally made their way there, and you see, you guys are with the Prides of Viscera's group, as well as the one rookie squadron, the Antiquity, that lost. And they're with you guys, and you see Viscera sort of goes over to them, and one of the people who like lost their fight, and just like, look, kid, and you see he sort of just slumps over him, just like, it's really not that bad, you know. Sometimes you take L's. Believe me, I know. And he just goes to like comfort the kid and just the whole group, because you can tell they seem a little bit bummed out about having lost. But you guys watch, and eventually you notice that essentially the layout of the arena is like that, and then on the ends at the bottom there are like these big grates, right? And on the other side you see there are the two Vanguard teams that are just sort of preparing for their fight. And eventually Arik comes out and starts giving a big sort of speech and announcement saying about how this is hopefully a tradition that will continue on, and that in its short time the Vanguard so far has managed to do quite a bit of good and hopes to continue doing so for a very long time, and so on. The Vanguard's Revelry as a whole is sort of name dropped. You guys sort of stand a little bit, you get some claps, you guys sit back down, and since neither of you had come up with your names, he just says like the two halves of the Vanguard's Revelry. And you guys sort of kind of just chilling there. And I will say, El Simpiníto.
Yeah.
Could you give me a perception check?
Hello, sir.
Right. Let's hope it's good.
22.
Nice.
There we go.
Alright, so the rest of you guys are just chilling. So you can talk about whatever you'd like. I need
Alright, guys, let's talk about the name.
a second.
The name. I mean, I honestly like either one that we came up with.
you
I don't know if
check
anyone
your
has any
Discord?
other ideas.
The Vanguard's Veil. Vanguard's Shroud. I'm looking up synonyms.
Yeah.
Subterfuge.
Vanguard's Covert Ops.
I don't know. The Vanguard's Shadow is good.
I
It's kind
like
of
that one,
edgy,
yeah.
but I liked it.
One second.
All about that edge.
I also
Yeah.
like Vanguard's Subtlety, but that's might be because I was a little biased.
I like Shadow better than Subtlety.
Yeah.
Wait, Alex, is this over Forge, by the way? I'm just asking.
No, I'm gonna be messaging you directly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, that's how many people that are for Shadow? Because I know Abalaba is probably for it because he's the one that suggested it, right?
Yeah, but I'm open to other ones too. That's just the
Yeah, I
one
mean-
I'm throwing out.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that one. I honestly think I prefer it over mine. So I mean, if El Simpiníto thinks it's okay, we could probably just make it happen.
The Vanguard's Pre-Number, bruh.
What?
Pre-number.
It's the partially shaded outer region of the Shadow.
Vanguard's pre-workout.
Yeah.
Vanguard's
Vanguard.
Berserker.
What's
That's kind of cool, actually. I do like that.
pre-workout? No.
No, the Penumbra.
Yeah, no. There's also just straight up number too, which is
Vanguard number 2.
Vanguard number 2. No, we're Vanguard number 1. They're number 2.
Yeah.
uh
The original Vanguard.
The original Revelry.
Vanguard Shade. Vanguard's Gloom. Vanguard.
Ooh, how depressing.
Vanguard's edginess or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just stick with the Shadow. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright. Is that everyone in favor of that?
Yeah,
I mean,
I.
I think it's El Simpiníto that's the only one that has to decide.
what do you think?
Vanguard Shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's cool with me.
Alright, well, we got a majority. Well, it's unanimous.
Yep.
Alright. There you go. And Chief Viscera sort of says, yeah, you know, it sounds like a decent team.
Yeah,
Mm.
baby.
Yeah, I heard those other guys can't really decide on a name. Little.
What a bunch
Looks
of
to be
weed.
them.
Yeah, they're like all hotheads over there.
Yeah, that is actually very accurate.
The Vanguard's.
True.
The Vanguard's temperament.
Vanguard's
maybe?
anger management issues.
Yeah, the Vanguard's temperament.
The Vanguard.
Wait, so who's sitting
Angie
directly next to me?
Vanguard.
Directly next to you guys is the Antiquity, which is like the rookie squad who lost, and then also the Pride, and a few of the teachers.
Okay.
Vanguard's pride, more like Vanguard's failure.
Yeah, we're hanging out with all
Viscera
like
just
fucking top tier Vanguard
Viscera
squad.
just says, "Hey, fuck you," and it looks like he's not supposed to have drinks, but he snuck his in.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yo, he pre-gaming the game, bro.
He's
Alright, I'm
just
just-
gaming. It's in the game.
Oh, he's
It's
just
the game.
It's just straight up gaming, bro.
Yeah, it's
He's a
fire.
gamer.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna look to the other groups and I'm gonna be like, if you'll excuse us for a second, there's something I gotta tell these lads. And I'm just gonna like
Uh-oh.
huddle them up for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, and so like when we're kind of like not super out of earshot, I'm just gonna be like, guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the other half of the Revelry just got up out of their seats and they're heading down. So not too sure if something happened, but stay
Alright.
frosty out there.
Take him out.
You take him out.
Take him out. Take the shot.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what they're up to, but
Yeah, and you
just
guys,
keep an eye on them.
as part of having been with the Vanguard, you are allowed to keep your weapons. I will say. So you could shoot him, or shoot the other members.
I mean, I could just follow them with my familiar, so.
Yeah,
True.
Yes.
I'd say go follow them.
Just
Yeah, I'll
keep
do
an eye on
that.
them. Make sure
yeah,
they're
because
safe.
you can see they seem to be a little like. El Simpiníto, now that El Simpiníto points them out, you can see Bramgrim. So you guys were up here, and they're down here. They started curving around. Bramgrim started curving around towards where the Vanguard's progeny was setting up down below in the grate. And you see now looking at it, Root is following, like tailing behind, and then El Simpiníto, make another perception check with Thelgun as
Totally
well.
not suspect.
Thelgun as well.
Yeah.
15.
17.
Yeah, both of you see the new guy with the other half of the Revelry. You see he has like, so you see something, like it's hard to see from here, but you just barely see like a small, from your perspective, some like a bird or something, fly off of him
No.
and go down towards the grate. And you see it seems to fly down in towards the grate. And
Interesting.
at this point, you see now, like looking at it, the other Vanguard groups across the way, they're all starting to stand up and like sort of slowly make their way around the entire arena. Like they seem to be trying to be subtle almost, maybe not to cause a panic or just sort of keeping it low key. But you see Viscera sort of like call you guys over and you say, "Hey guys," and you see it looks like one of the other members of the Pride is just sitting there, and you see him almost like looking off across, and you see he's talking to himself. Says, "Yeah, I understand. We'll keep an eye out." And you see Thomas, the one halfling rogue, looks over to you guys, and he looks over to the whole group and just says, "Well, they're saying they saw something a little strange with the Vanguards, with one of the like recruit teams. It looks like they're saying it looks like they're seeing through the grates that maybe there's some kind of repeating I don't know. It's weird. They said they thought they saw one of the members fall over, but then out of nowhere
Uh-oh.
he's just standing up and is just talking there. I don't know. They're gonna check it out, but I'd just say everyone keep an eye out. Maybe let's try to keep it low key, because don't want to scare anybody if this is nothing, right?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So do you want to get involved or?
I don't think yet.
Yeah, we'll stay on
Just-
guard if they need us.
Okay, I guess
so
I'll
you
just
guys-
trail in with
you
the
guys-
familiar then.
Are you guys? Yeah, you guys just staying in your seats looking out,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of
and you see,
off.
and they
Well,
say,
yeah, I
"Look,"
mean, if I'm gonna be following them with the familiar, then I don't really have a choice. But
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah, the other groups sort of just say, "Look, you guys, if you guys want, stay here. We'll look around." And
Yeah,
they-
just like yell if you start dying or something, and we'll come running.
And all right, so Viscera just like sort of punches you in the shoulders, there, and says, "All right, we'll see you guys." And Viscera looks over to the rookie squad and just says, "Look, Antiquity, stick with them. Don't do anything stupid." And just like walks off. You guys stay there. So with your familiar, what are you doing, Thelgun?
I mean, I think originally the plan was to just follow like the other half of the Vanguard's Revelry, so I think I'll just do that. I'll just go where they're going.
All right. And what about the rest of you? Like, are you looking out for anything specific?
So what were we looking out for? Like, what was the cause of disturbance?
They said it looked like by where the progeny was, that it looked like one of the progeny members, like through the big grate, like fell over. But then,
Mhm.
like, part way into their fall, they were just in an instant standing up again. And now
I see it.
it seems like the new
I wanna-
guy. Oh yeah.
I was gonna pay attention to like specifically that dude, see if like he's off.
Oh, you're gonna watch the progeny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there is also the other group, the Tenacities on the other end. So, okay, so you're watching them. El Simpiníto, what are you looking out for?
I mean, I'll just keep an eye on like the general location where I saw them going. Just keep my eyes peeled for anything.
Alright, so perception checks from both of you. Abalaba, are you doing anything?
I think we'll do just about the same thing, just to sort of like.
Oh, yeah, so all of you make perception checks. Thelgun. I forgot, what did you call your familiar?
Skittles.
Skittles.
Oh yeah.
The
Skittles.
what form is
Barn owl.
Skittles in right now? Still owl?
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
What form is Skittles in? I'm just asking.
Wait, hold on. You cut out again.
Yeah.
What form is Skittles in?
Just like the barn owl. Just
Right. So Skittles sort of flies over. Where are you Are you trailing the Revelry, other half of the Revelry, or like going to where the progeny were?
Yeah. I'm gonna trail the other half. Yeah,
All right.
because I'm assuming that they're heading towards the progeny or whatever. So I'm gonna trail them.
They head over to where the progeny was, and you see Bramgrim almost doesn't seem to be going for the progeny. He seems to be making his way over to you guys. And at one point he stops and waits for Ralroot to catch up to him, and then together the two of them start walking over to you guys. What do you guys roll in your perception checks?
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
I got a 12.
19.
Oh, nice. All right. El Simpiníto, so you were watching where the progeny were?
Yeah, just in general.
So you notice one of the members, like you're watching them. You notice like they seem to be all having a conversation. You see one of the members is sort of just sitting there, doesn't seem to be part of the conversation, but just sort of scratches their head, and then just sort of looks down and just starts looking at their weapon. And then they scratch their head, and they look down, they look at their weapon. And they just do that over and over again, and it's over a couple minutes that loop seems to be happening, where they just Same thing over and over again. It's looking at their weapon. And then you look over at the other members of the progeny, and they all also seem to be in similar loops. Thelgun, your owl looks over and you see the new guy and Ethel are now walking over together as well, while Root and Bramgrim are going to you guys. You see Ethel and the new guy, Sonder, whose name you got from the rest of the groups who were like sort of listening about. Sonder and Ethel make their way over, and eventually you see the gates start to rise. Just they start going up, and immediately, while you're watching the progeny, they sort of perfectly like snap out of the loop and just start walking out. Nothing weird, seemingly. You also see what looks to be the tenacity on their end walk over down into the middle as Arik finishes his little speech and just like announces the teams. All of the competitors make their way in, and you see they're all sort of just chilling. And at this point, you see they're kind of just walking in. They start like flourishing because it's kind of like a gladiatorial kind of thing, where they're kind of trying to show off as well, get their names out there. So you see the tenacity sort of just showing off their weapons. See the progeny, they make their way in, and Arik is just Arik. Oh my god, I hate my life. Arik just sort of mentions how, you know, these are the new groups and it should be a good fight. And you see one of the progeny members sort of just raise their blade, and another one go to just like, you see what looks like some kind of spellcaster goes to like shoot up a spell as they start casting it, and just like blast up into the air what looks to be some kind of fireworks, like just mini fireworks. And as they finish doing so, you see out of where the spellcaster was, you see Arik just like stop and just like, you see he's actually floating up in the air. He seems to have cast some kind of fly spell on himself and is making this announcement with a projected voice. And you see he immediately looks down to the caster, who you see very quickly as some kind of what looks to be illusion wears off of the spellcaster as they look up to Arik, and you watch Arik immediately goes to fly down towards them, and you watch as Arik seems to hit some kind of invisible wall, and just looks around towards everybody and is seemingly just stuck, and he flies straight up and just again seems to hit some kind of wall. And you see as the illusion fades on the spellcaster, you see a heavily cloaked figure, but through the cloak you can see what looks to be just a bit of almost light grayish fur. And as you guys sort of just watch this happen, you see the illusion on the one leader of the progeny sort of fade as well, and there, standing with sword raised high, you've read descriptions, you've researched quite a bit, but seeing is a little different than reading about it. And there before you,
Whoa.
in the middle of the arena, you see a black furred, what looks to be heavily armored in sort of onyx and kind of spiky armor, with sort of flames and orange curls going through the fur. a Rakshasa, backward hands and all, just standing in the middle, of the arena.
How did these MFers get here?
And you see immediately, you notice immediately, El Simpiníto, that Sonder, you like look around, and at a quick glance, there's a picture of him in the Revelry in-game. That's what he looks like roughly. And you see as and I'm not getting this right at all continuity-wise, but Mordekash the Shadow Sword steps forth and just, in an equally loud voice to that of Arx, sort of just shouts out, "Hello, Flamekeep."
Row.
You see immediately the illusions on the rest of the progeny fall, as you see the spellcasting Rakshasa. Abalaba, you immediately recognize they're keeping some kind of they're keeping Arik in some kind of invisible cage. And you see Arik is immediately like flipping through a spell book trying to like dispel whatever it is, but is having seemingly very little luck, as the creature seems to be holding up this spell. They seem like they stand next to Mordekash, not behind him, not like away from him, almost equal, right next to Mordekash. And you don't recognize them. In all of your reading and all of your research, you don't know who they are, but they stand there. Seemingly, you see red claws, and just like this pale, almost grayish, kind of leopard look, less so like lion, feline, and more leopard. And they're seemingly holding up this spell, and Mordekash just shouts out, "It has been a while since all of you have seen our faces, and we thought it was about time we showed you that we never left." And you watch the illusions fade on the rest of the Vanguard's progeny as a handful of Rakshasa adorned in golden armor walk over to the Vanguard's tenacity and just immediately start cutting them apart. You see, they try to defend themselves, but are very quickly, by these much more powerful foes, just torn to pieces. At this point, you see Bramgrim and Ralroot jump down into the arena. Sonder, you notice, was down inside of where the progeny were. El Simpiníto, you see this? And he is seemingly... Actually, you don't see Sonder. You see in about 12-foot tall, or 10-foot tall, I'll get this description out. You see what looks to be like a lanky bipedal werewolf with this stringy, primarily dark gray hair with like black tips, and they seem to be standing there fighting another Rakshasa, surrounded by bodies and blood, which looks to be the actual members of the Vanguard's progeny. And you watch as these other Rakshasa in the middle of the arena just begin to tear apart the Vanguard's tenacity. Immediately, people start to panic inside of the arenas and start trying to make their way out. The other Vanguard members, you see Ethel climbing down the grate into the arena. You see Bramgrim and Ralroot charging in towards Mordekash. And you see, what's it called? You see just panic. And as people are leaving, you watch as, what's it called? One of the Rakshasa, with very little hesitation, goes over to what seemed to be the leader of the tenacity, and just, all of the Rakshasa are just hacking off heads and raising them. Um, yeah, so what do you guys want to do? As you see, Mordecai
we gotta get in there.
Mordecai just
Yeah.
begins a bit of a speech.
Alright, we're taking him on the big one.
And and you see very quickly the panic in the stands turns into just screams as you see a handful of Rakshasa are also filing in at the exits and are cutting down civilians as they try to run out.
Oh God.
Jesus.
We should probably save the civilians rather than focus to do it in middle, right? Because Joey and them are already down there.
Yeah, that probably makes
And
sense.
immediately,
Yeah.
you see, the rest of the Vanguard squadrons immediately start getting to work fighting as well. The teachers, like,
Alright.
at
Where
this
are they
point,
fighting though?
the guards, there are fights all over the place. You see
Oh,
in the stands, a handful of groups are jumping down into the middle. You see Bramgrim and Ralroot go to charge Mordekesh, but you
They're gonna fucking die.
you see, they go to
My
charge
God.
Mordekesh, and a group of Rakshasa jump in front of them. But then Visera jumps out of the stands with the rest of his squadron and sort of take the aim of the Rakshasa instead to give them a chance. And you guys are just in the middle of chaos.
Alright, you guys go save the civilians. I'm gonna go help them, because they're gonna fucking die against this guy.
Wait, how far is the main dude from me?
The main
What do
dude?
you say?
Couple 100 feet, maybe.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, and you see at
I'm
this
just
point...
gonna put on like the. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, you're putting on the mask?
Yeah, I'm just putting on the mask and I'm dimension doing right to where Ralru and Bramgrim are.
Alright. Well, as you go to do that, make a spellcasting ability check.
That's just a regular D20 with my spellcasting modifier, right?
Yeah.
So that's just a proficiency bonus, I take it?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Okay, so that's gonna be a +9. That's a 23.
Alright. You go to cast your spell, and you immediately see as the Rakshasa, who seem to have cast the spell on Arik, immediately just flies over to the front of the stands and just blocks your spell.
That's cringe.
As you go to teleport, you see they shoot out like almost this arcane, this web of hellfire that just wraps around you and just holds you down in place. And you see the you see the cloak.
That still works on the cape because that's what I'm using to cast it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see the cloak sort of,
that's
the
cringe.
hood flies back, and you see just this hooded Rakshasa sort of shout out to you in almost a bit of a hoarse voice. You can see up close at this point, seemingly female, just says, and you see they're about to like cast a big spell on the crowd, but then like look down towards you guys and they see you guys are seemingly going to fight, and they say, well, if it isn't you.
Yeah, it's us, bitch. Fucking square up.
Yeah. Who's he talking to?
With you?
Yeah, which one though? There's kind of a lot of us
Yeah.
over here. Like,
And
there's
you
a lot
see,
of us.
talking from, like,
while
fucking-
while you guys
you.
are while you guys are saying this, she immediately just, there's no hesitation, there's no like joke or clap back. She just begins casting immediately as you watch sort of lightning start to build up in her hand as she goes to blast it towards you guys.
Counter spell.
Can we shoot her?
Roll.
I'm just gonna shake my head and say you can't have shit in Corvair, bro.
roll an intelligence. Roll a spellcasting ability check, Abalaba. They will roll one as well.
Roll a what?
Yeah, what level are you doing the counter spell?
Just to be safe, I'm rolling it at 4th level.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So yeah, roll a d20, add your intelligence bonus and your proficiency bonus.
Alright. Intelligence and proficiency?
Yeah. And then since you're
Right.
casting it at 4th level, yeah, they have a bonus because this spell seems to be much higher than 4th level.
Ooh.
I'm so happy I have my
Right.
ambiance bot back. Alright, what'd you...
The 9 on the d20, so intelligence. That would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 17.
Alright, you go to blast out your spell. Go to blast and sort of block the counter, block the lightning. But you see, as they shoot it out, it's it doesn't seem to be as yeah, it doesn't seem to stop it as you watch the lightning bolt shoot straight towards you. So everybody roll a d20. We'll see what, because I mean it's a straight line, but we're gonna see how grouped up you guys were.
Alright.
Who gets hit? At least one of you will. So the person with the lowest roll will guaranteed get hit.
Oh, I rolled a 17.
I rolled 8.
Bruh. God damn it.
Oh
What
my
did you
god, Diego.
Got a 2.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
What did everyone else roll?
Watch
I
me
got
get a
an
1.
8.
17.
Hold on. Watch me get
Eight?
a 1.
Okay.
Let's go 4. Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
she hits 3 of you with this. Everyone except for Dave. Got
Oh.
the 3 of you make a
Nice.
dex save. In addition to a bunch of people in the stands.
God damn it.
Oh, save. I got this. Fuck yeah.
Alright, I got a 16.
Bro, that's a 14.
Fail,
Fuck
fail.
off.
Fail, fail, fail. Remember, you do have the thing that you do
Yeah,
have the
I
thing
know,
for-
but I wanted to take no damage.
Alright.
Fucking cringe.
So
I
fail.
thought I rolled at 18. I got a 9.
Fail. So, alright. So here, let me cast this.
Oh, shit.
That's weird. It's not letting me cast it. Unfortunate. Huh. That's weird. Alright, give me a second, fellas. Alright. So you watch as the lightning bolt shoots out. That's gonna be, so at 5th level, they're doing a lightning bolt. So that is 10d6 lightning damage. So you see they shoot out the lightning bolt, so all of you failed. So each of you, except for Thelgun, you take half, take 33 points
You.
of lightning damage as the lightning
Including
bolt
me?
just...
Bruh.
No, not you, Dave. You weren't in the line.
Okay.
You just need to roll above a 10, guys.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I just
apparently
rolled
the
above
dice had
10.
other fucking plans.
They did have
Easier
other
said than
plans.
done.
And you watch as they almost go down and then shoot up in order to get as many people in the stands as possible. You watch, behind you guys, a ton of people are just roasted.
Oh.
And you guys take the hit. Thelgun, you manage to mostly dodge it, but still get hit right in the shoulder with it, and you take 16 points of lightning damage.
Yeah.
And oh wait, you do have. You could cast absorb elements as a reaction.
Ooh, hold on.
and,
What is?
and catch the lightning.
Hold on. I'm just gonna check what the spell does again.
It gives you resistance, so you'd take 8 instead. And then you get extra damage on your next hit with it.
Oh, it stores it. And honestly, yeah. Fuck it. I'll do it.
All right, so mark off however many charges, and you catch the lightning with the chroma carver. Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, that's what it's called.
And you see as the lightning hits, it goes down into, like, you see the little lights show up again. So far, the only one you have, I believe, is like the teal one for the cold damage. As you see a blue one light up as you get the lightning. Yeah, because I don't know if you remember, but in the town invasion, I believe you caught cold and then killed somebody with the you killed somebody with the chroma carver while it had cold damage on it. So you saw that little light show up on the chroma carver. And so now you see the blue light. It doesn't exactly fully light up like the one for the cold, but you see it sort of like starts blinking.
Yeah.
And so you've caught the lightning. So you instead take only 8. And you see the Rakshasa say after shooting out the lightning.
Baby.
He's like, well, would you like to get Auric back? And you see she flies over. She flies over the stands, and just sort of tries to stay out of your reach. But flies back and sort of just tries to stay out of the range of anything you guys have. What do you guys?
Well, I have a bow.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do? She stays like a couple, like maybe 200 feet away.
400 feet.
Honestly, we should probably, I would say split up, but that's probably not a good idea. Because I was going to say some of us focus on getting the civilians out and then the others focus on the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, you do see the Vanguard, because the Rakshasa who are going after civilians, they within a couple moments they're starting to get preoccupied with the guards and then the Vanguard squads and teachers who are tearing shit up. Like, you see Morvrax is in the stands up by you guys, and then you see some of the other Vanguard like teachers. I forgot the names. But you see Director, you see Crota and Ukrin, all of your old teachers just fighting off these Rakshasa as well. So yeah, you could help, but it seems like people are definitely on it.
So wait, so you said that the people are good, right? Or did I mishear that?
I mean, there's plenty of people already working on the issue. You could help if you'd like, but it seems like there are people dealing with it.
I mean, I guess in that case we should probably get down into the middle because I think that's where shit's going down, right?
From what you can see, there's not actually a fight happening. What's it called? Currently it's just Mordekash, kind of giving or seemingly talking to the other half of the Revelry.
That's sus.
Yeah, and while you guys look around, the other, yeah, so the floating Rakshasa is going to cast another spell down at you guys. This time,
yeah, I guess we're gonna take her out.
They're just gonna shoot a simple, just a simple firebolt. For some reason, my thing is not working very well. But towards, oh, that's really bad. Plus 13. Actually, no, it's a 20. So against you, El Simpiníto, that's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, that just hits.
Alright. So you
Sorry.
So you take just... Oh, wow, that's a really bad roll. You take 9 points of fire damage as a firebolt just slams you in the shoulder. They're seemingly definitely trying to goad you into a fight. So what are you guys gonna do?
I mean, I guess we gotta take her out then.
Yeah, we just need to get in range first. She's like 200 something feet away right now, right?
Yeah, but you see, so are you guys gonna try to advance?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get closer to do just about anything, so...
Alright. So, you guys try making your way over, and, sorry, it's like 16. Yeah, so you go to blast out the spell, and you see they, as you guys try advancing, they move back with your advances. So they move back, and they're just continuously just blasting spells down at you. So if any of you have ranged attacks, they're for the most part just trying to stay back.
Well, I mean, I have ranged attacks, but only for like 80 to 90 feet, so I gotta get in there.
Only
Alright.
the max
yeah,
I can do is like 100.
Yeah, so
Actually,
you can,
before I advance, could I, like, you know, turn invisible with just, like, the mask and just fucking try sneaking up? Or, like,
Oh,
sneaking
sure.
away, at least?
Alright. So make a stealth check.
Yes, sir. Disappear into the crowd. That's a 24.
Alright, yeah, you, I mean, at least to your knowledge, disappear into the crowd and start making your way forward. What is everybody else doing? And I will say, as you guys start to charge forward, they do start to lose some distance on you guys, so it's closer to 100 feet difference. Except Thelgun, with your advancements, you managed to get closer. So you're closer to like 50.
Yeah, baby.
So
So
everyone,
does that mean I can attack her now?
yeah, everyone's just gonna
that
get
like-
one thing. So, so Thelgun, you go first.
Then yeah, I mean, since I'm hidden and everything, I guess I'm just gonna try sniping at her with the short bow, so I'll roll for that right now.
All right.
Wow, that's 14 to hit.
Yeah, no,
So
you
bad.
you shoot out into the air, and they don't notice
My
the arrow.
God.
It flies over.
Fuck these dice.
The dice are not happy. Yeah, dude. Oliver was rolling
Fuck these dice.
so shit yesterday. Like, they did their combat session
Mhm.
yesterday, and he got like 2 1s, and Juan got like 2 nat 20s. It was
Yeah,
just-
that's bullshit.
it was not nice for Oliver. All right, so now El Simpiníto, what are you gonna do?
One sec. Still can't really get my forge to work, but honestly the plan is just I'm gonna fly up as high as I can because I know like Arik got hit by a wall, so probably just fly lower than I saw him go.
All right. Yeah, it seems like Ark is stuck inside of some kind of invisible box. And you see he's blasting spell after spell and trying to dispel it, but he just can't do it. Like, you can tell there's some crazy power he's bringing out, and he seems immensely frustrated, but he's just not getting out of it. So what do you guys? What else are you
And
gonna
I'm
do?
just gonna like
Oh yeah. So what do you do?
I guess I'll just like ready in the attack then.
Yeah, cause you're within range to shoot at her.
Yeah, I guess I'll just yeah.
Alright, so yeah,
Oh, okay.
you have 2 attacks, right, per action?
Yeah, sir.
Alright, so
Let me
make
see
that
if I can-
make that attack.
Let me just
And you guys staying pretty close together, or what are you up to?
I would imagine not. We'll see.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, just to not get stricken by that lightning again.
Yeah,
Or-
don't let yourselves get collided.
Okay. Let's go. Sorry, I'm just trying to remove my sharpshooter.
Alright, yeah, it's -4 to hit, +8 to damage.
Plus 8, okay, yeah. So I thought. So we'll do this. So that's 17 to hit.
17 to hit. You just... actually, you hit
Yes,
within it's a grazing hit, so it's reduced a bit, so make your attack roll. Or make your roll damage.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
So it's this. Plus 8 to 22. Actually.
Holy shit, 22?
Yeah, sir.
Alright. God damn. Okay, so 22, and then that's reduced by that much. So they take... You see, the first arrow shoots out. They dodge out of the way of Thelgun's arrow right into yours, and just take it in the hip.
Team effort.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go. Let's go.
what's your second...
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your second hit?
Roll to
Okay.
hit. Let's see. It's the same thing. Another 18.
Oh, 18 to
Actually,
hit?
I mean 17. Same as last
17? Yeah, so that hits, that grazes as well.
time. Okay. And that's 18 damage this time.
Alright, so that's reduced by this much. And you see they take the 2 hits and sort of just almost waver a little bit in their flying, but for the most part don't seem too bothered by it. And so Abalaba, you're up next.
See, we're like in about 100 feet range from her, right?
Yeah, about.
Alright. I think from here, do we have a... Wait, how high are they off the ground?
Off the ground, I'd say 130 feet-ish.
Alright, I think I'll still... Yeah, from here I'll cast a gravity sinkhole around the fourth level.
God damn.
I'm gonna
fourth
try to
level?
drag them. Yeah.
Alright, what's the save?
Con. Let's...
Alright.
Yeah, it's con save.
Alright, con save.
Just hoping I can keep it.
This is weird. For some reason, none of my rolls are going through on Foundry. Here, I'm gonna reload my Foundry. Give me a sec, fellas. Yeah, this is strange. Alright, so I already used that level. Yeah, so here, I'll just roll this. I remember the modifier. So D20. Oh. 18? Abalaba?
Wait, what was it?
18?
Damn. Yeah, that saves.
Okay. I do not want to have to start pulling out crazy shit too early. Alright, yeah, so they feel the pull down, but then they almost like with their fly try to push up as hard as they can in the other direction. I believe they still take half damage, right?
Yeah, they still take half, so let me roll that real quick.
Alright, roll damage.
33 is like 16, right?
Yeah, so half down to 16. So they already took a decent bit, so alright. So yeah, you guys see as Abalaba just you watch as everything, and you pick a spot where there are no civilians, and just you watch as just gravity begins to pull down the seats where Abalaba sets the center of this, begin to just get smashed down into the stadium. The stone sort of cracks as the flying Rakshasa gets pulled down, but barely manages to keep themselves up, and looks like you can tell like that must have like been cracking the shit out of their legs, and they're just barely holding themselves up in the air. What's it called? Dave, what are you doing?
I want to cast. How close would you say I am to him? Like 100 feet away?
100 feet about.
Do you think? Okay, so with the new movement, I move 30 feet closer with one
Action point, yeah.
of my points, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I move another 30 and then still cast a spell?
I mean, yeah, I'd say, probably not right now directly, but they seem to be leading you on some kind of chase. So, if you give up doing,
I just want to
something-
get like 60 feet range.
Yeah, if you give up doing something right now, you'll be within that range for the next time.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Alright, so you just spend your turn kind of just dashing toward them. In the meanwhile, the Rakshasa themselves are going to... see, they raise their finger, and Abalaba, in a move you recognize and don't particularly like yourself, they're going to cast Magic Missile. As you watch, so what is that? That's the base is 3, and then oh, did somebody leave? Did we lose somebody? Ah, yeah. Okay.
No.
So each of you takes one. Yeah, each of you takes 1 bolt. So, Thelgun, you take 5 force damage.
Only 5? Pathetic.
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm rolling 4s. El Simpiníto, you take 5 as well.
Alright.
Abalaba, you take 4. And then Dave, you take 3. And then El Simpiníto and Abalaba, you each take another one because she didn't like that you were shooting spells and shit at her. That's weird. It's not letting me hit enter. Okay. That's 2 on you, Abalaba, and then another 5 on you, El Simpiníto.
Okay, so another 5?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, and then Abalaba, did you take that too? Christian? Uh-oh. Is his mic dead again?
I think so.
Might be.
Well, he can hear us at least. Yeah, Christian, if you can hear us, just text in the group chat. Yeah. So you see, the Rakshasa at this point, it's staying close and almost seems to be messing with you. Like, they're not using huge spells. Like, they blasted a lightning bolt, but then after that, they're kind of just poking you guys. Really. And you watch as they fly over the edge of the arena and sort of down into the street below. And you guys, are you guys gonna follow out of the arena?
Like the main dude?
Yeah, the person who's blasting the spells.
Yes.
Alright, I guess
Yeah,
we're
so-
going then.
Okay. Yeah.
It's probably exactly what they want, but it's alright.
All right. You guys start charging out, and you see the Rakshasa almost seems to wait for you guys outside. As you guys have to make your way down the stairs, and you see, when you come out, you see they're just blasting firebolts at passersby. They're just flying in the middle of the street, and you see, they don't seem to be very flowery. They're not trying to be super grandiose. They're just working. And they're just blasting people who are just running by. And you see, I mean, they're enjoying it, but they're not, like, shouting. They're not making jokes. It's just, they're just having fun. You see people are running by. They blast some firebolts. You guys come out. And you see, they say, "Ah, finally, it took a while." And they just start flying, not necessarily gunning it, but just like going pretty fast down the road away from the arena. And while you guys make your way out of the arena, you see a bit behind you guys. You see Mordekash is also running out of the arena, followed by the Revelry.
Well, at least we won't be alone.
Are you guys chasing?
I mean, yeah. I think we gotta commit.
Alright. So, while you guys are chasing, you can each get another sort of action. What are you doing? So, Thelgun.
Am I within range to make any attacks? Like, how far away is she?
She's keeping just 50 feet in front of you guys.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I mean, then I think I'll just take the time and I'll just cast, let's see. Yeah, I'll just cast Mirror Image on myself, just preparing for what's gonna come next.
That's good to know. Alright.
Yeah.
Simpiníto?
Can I still see the one enemy I hit first or no?
Oh yeah, so she's the flying Rakshasa. And so you guys are chasing after her.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I'll probably just make more attacks against her.
Alright, go for it.
Let me see. 1 sec. Okay.
Christian, you back yet?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, whatever. Okay, let's roll this.
And you guys notice, because you've been in Flamekeep a lot, you're heading back the same way you came from the Vanguard's, like, headquarters. Like, you're going straight back to it.
Well,
Right. Oh, so that's a 12. that's a 12 on the first one.
Right, so
bro,
you-
these fucking dice.
The dice today, dude. What the hell?
On God, man.
Yeah, you shoot out an arrow.
They seriously just got there.
Yeah. You shoot out an arrow and she dodges the first one. Just sort of moving out of the way, and
For a second one.
as it passes by, it looks like it's gonna hit her, but she just mid-air shoots it with a firebolt and just blasts it.
Kind of voice of a fireball, but I mean, alright.
What?
I mean, it's a cantrip, so.
She uses a whole fireball.
What the fuck?
Still just flexing.
That's a fucking that's another 12, bro. I don't even know.
What the fuck?
Shit, I don't even know, man.
You guys are losing luck because Juan got 2 nat 20s.
Yeah. You fucking stole all of it yesterday.
He fucked it all up.
They live so that, and you guys die. Perfectly balanced. You guys continue to make your way forward. Abalaba, what do you want to do?
We got closer to her, right?
Yeah, you're within 50 feet.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna try to cast Hold Person on her from here.
I will say, Rakshasas are not humanoid. It requires you to target a humanoid. She is a fiend.
Okay. Oh, I thought they were considered humanoids for a second.
No,
Yeah.
there's a spell called Hold Monster, which targets any creature. So you could use that on a fucking dragon if you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't got that prepared.
Damn.
See, then I guess from here I'll try 3rd level shock.
Oh shit. Abalaba just loves
Fuck her
tasing
up.
people. My mind, Abalaba just does a
Alright.
fucking finger taser. You know, pew! Just blast.
Finger
lightning.
blast.
I'm about to
All my
finger.
spells come out of my fingers.
It's like I'm about to finger blast you.
Oh my god.
Get him, Abalaba. All right, make your roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go, guys.
All right. Yeah, we're about
Yeah, it's been a
to
gr-
we're about to finish up anyway. So
yeah. Gotcha, yeah.
Alright, see you, Diego.
Gotcha. Yep. Alright, well, it's been a great
Take care,
session, guys.
Diego.
Talk to you later. Yep. Take care, guys. Soon.
How do I make the attack roll for shock?
We're not supposed to be in perfect pitch.
you should be able to click on the Oh well, you can do. Are you on your D&D Beyond character sheet?
Yeah.
Let me double check. I haven't looked at it in a bit. There should be all the way at the top,
Yeah.
like an attack roll option, like that.
Let me try it.
Yeah, so you should see spell attack all the way at the top, or on. Oh yeah! Holy shit!
My God.
Yo, Christian, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
So
28
Ruh-roh.
hit.
that was 3rd level shock.
Yeah. I'm bringing back the rolls, guys.
Yeah, we rolled a nat 20.
You max damage. Insta kill this hoe.
Wait, he actually rolled. Did he roll max damage? No.
No,
Oh,
for the
I thought he
crit,
did for a
because
second.
No. Yeah.
I mean that's the thing. With spell crits, it
Who
just
spells
maxes
crit?
out. Spell crits,
Oh.
they're not perfect like weapon attacks, but they just max damage. So you do you do all 40 damage.
Jeez.
As you just finger gun forward and pew, lightning bolt shoots out, and you see she's just sort of toying with you, and she's just blasting firebolts. She's like whatever, shooting these arrows out of the air. But then this bolt of lightning just shoots straight towards her, and just before she can react, it's right in the side of the face as it just goes across her head. You watch, she falters in the air a little bit, and just immediately just sort of straightens herself out, and she starts getting ready to cast a spell.
While she's distracted, I cast Reverberating Tone, trying to encapsulate all of it. If I can. Or as many people as I can.
You're trying to get her in it? Yeah, because right now you guys are going. She's speeding down like the street, and it's just you guys chasing her down the street. So I will say this is a stagnant area. So if you put it down and it doesn't get her, she'll probably just fly out of it immediately.
That is true. But if it gets everybody else, well, if
No,
I
you're
were to
just-
cast this,
you're
how
just
many other
chasing.
people?
Well, that's the thing. You're just chasing her. There's nobody else running with her. She's by herself.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and the issue also is if you put it down, then you guys are gonna have to run through it.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
have to drop it immediately. So, I mean, yeah.
Let's try casting Polymorph on her then. I want to try to turn her into like a turtle.
So what save is that?
It is a Wisdom 17.
So that's 16.
Okay.
She
Legendary resistance.
she's gonna use a legendary resistance.
Oh,
to
come
not
on.
have that happen. Because you go to blast her and you watch her start. You watch her start changing, and she immediately panics and starts. She drops whatever spell she was gonna cast, so she doesn't get a spell this turn, and just immediately just dispels on herself. And
Yeah.
she loses her flight and just falls to the ground. Does not turn into another animal, and just starts like looking over and just running now. She doesn't
Get him, boys.
she doesn't cast another fly. She loses her spell at this point and just starts running ahead. And at this point, you see you guys all arrive at the Vanguard's headquarters, and she blasts past the gate. You see, immediately as soon as some of the guards, the guards seem to be ready, having heard or seen some stuff or having received some kind of message, and before they can even shout out anything to her or retaliate in any way, she just blasts. You see a massive cone of just frost cover over them as they just in an instant freeze to death, just frozen up against the walls. And you see she, with the same gust, just the gates to the Vanguard headquarters blast open, and she just starts running in. So she does seem to be going towards the Vanguard's headquarters. Well, into it. She is going directly into it. So, you guys following in?
Yeah, we have Chase.
Yes, sir.
We gotta keep going after.
She already lost one legendary resistance. We got her.
I mean, yeah, that was fucking unfortunate. God damn it.
We almost had her into a turtle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. She was flying. If you got her into a turtle, she would have hit the ground and turned back into her.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I didn't think about that. I used the resistance anyway. Fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
you played
God
yourself.
damn, I did. I got played. I didn't. Yeah, I played myself, actually. Yeah, fuck you guys. Good looks.
Yeah, my man's played himself.
So you see she runs in, and as you guys go in to follow her, we're gonna leave it off there, cause we're getting short. We're getting shorter sessions in now that we've got less players. We can do more stuff in less time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would have
baby.
taken us like 10 hours to do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, well, I got a boogie, so I'll see you boys later.
Yeah.
Alright.
It was a good session.
See you, fellas.
Yeah, it's
And
good to be back, boys.
I mean, we can talk about when we want to do our next session, because I don't know if you guys want to try to catch up to the other group, because they've done.
Yeah, I mean, I just found out that I actually did end up getting that internship or whatever, so I'm gonna see what my
Yo.
schedule looks like, and then I'll fill out that availability thing when I get a chance. So,
Congrats.
Oh, dude,
Damn,
that's
that's
sick!
Thank you.
Congratulations, my guy.
Yeah. Thanks,
Um,
guys.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
luck finding a different.
I would ask where it is, but that's probably
Yeah.
don't want to say that while
I mean,
recording.
like it already ended, and it's like mostly like a business thing, right? So,
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
All right. All
yeah,
right.
right. I'll see you guys.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
see you
yeah,
guys.
just I mean, last thing, because I don't know if you guys want to catch up or something, because I know the other group, they can't keep going without, because I mean they finished whatever, I'm not gonna say what, but now they're at a point where you guys need to catch up, and then they continue. But after you guys do that next session, you guys aren't gonna be tied to each other anymore. It's gonna be. You guys can just do as many sessions as you want, and they'll do as many as they want, and it'll just be. But for now, since we're sorta, you guys are in the exact same location. You guys need one more session to catch up to them.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In that case, I might be able to do a session like later this week, but we could figure that out like at a later point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down
Oh.
later this week or this weekend.
All right. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Sounds
Then
good.
yeah. All right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
you
So I'll
guys.
talk to you guys.
Peace, fellas.
All right,
See
see
you
you
guys.
guys.